girl's coming out with a true album after 15 years. Erykah Badu with Alchemist.
Yeah.
So this is giving me that kind. You know what I'm saying?
I was
Like,
interesting.
right?
Very interesting.
That's interesting.
That
Not
is
gonna lie,
interesting.
very interesting.
Respect. Alchemist low key has been one of like doing his thing properly. He was in the Kendrick Drake beef too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he had the Larry June and 2 Chainz album. Like Alchemist now doing the Erykah Badu. I don't know, man. Like,
That's a good start.
we need to start putting more. I know people like the old hip hop heads who put respect on Alchemist, but I think as I like throughout music in general, Alchemist is a guy.
He's been a guy.
No, he's a guy.
He's been
Hip hop.
a guy. He's been a
But
guy.
outside of hip hop, has he been a guy?
It depends on who you ask. Like, it
Fair
all
enough.
depends, right? Like, if you ask someone new about Alchemist, they'll probably say, no, I don't know him. But obviously, his gen, like, knows Alchemist. Alchemist has multiple hits from our period and beyond. Even before that. Yeah, we are. It's cool,
alright,
it's
it's
cool,
alright.
it's cool.
Close window, just so audio is clean.
Good question, Shai. Who's a producer that you would want to work with? Like anybody that you feel like if you guys connected, it's gold. It's amazing. It's out of here. It's platinum, worldwide, international.
Turn off TV.
I would love the TV on. Yeah, we don't usually get this. We don't get this
light-
vibe. You know what I mean? Like,
Preference or something in the background?
nah, that's what was lit still. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the
Yeah,
vibe was lit.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a vibe still.
Yeah,
it's a vibe
yeah.
still.
You know, we were supposed to come here from long time through Ghost, so like.
I know. I was gonna tell him that too, but I didn't want to mention his name.
You
Respectfully.
don't like to mention our history, fam. We have to.
It's not about our history. The nigga this. You know what I'm
He's a
saying?
piece of shit, but his
You guys working with
history.
Ghost?
Yeah, we had the nightlife with Ritz and Ghost
that
was on our platform, I say our network. You know what I'm saying? And the idea that he had, we thought it was a sick idea. We just wanted him to be like, we wanted it to be proper. We didn't just want to put out, you know how Toronto man just put out whatever and then no bad audio, this, and we're like, nah, cuz, and then he just went out and did his own thing and dissed us on the way. But it is what it is. It's always love on our part.
Yeah, but you know.
We love him. That's why we always shout him out. I always shout him out
shout
because
him
I
out.
fired him, so I gotta shout him out. I gotta do my just due, you know.
Always shut them off.
I always will. If the situation is right, and I would shout him out. But yeah, shout out to Ghost, man. He's still a piece of shit. But
Respectfully,
shout you out.
fuck Ghost. The producer that you want to work with.
Producer, respectfully, I think that I would have a good time with something from Dark Child. I would have a good time with something from Iman Omari.
Never heard of
Who
him.
that, yeah.
You got to do your Googles, baby.
Yeah,
I will.
do.
Yeah. I don't know lots. I'm open to so much. Yeah.
Toronto producer? Is there any Toronto producers that have caught your eye in the last couple of years or even in general?
I think I enjoy Claremont II as a producer, actually.
He's freaking dope, man. But I
Sick.
haven't heard from him in so long.
I didn't even know he produces.
He
That's
produces
crazy.
and he's sick. He has such a great ear. I love
Facts.
Claremont. Big up Claremont.
Yeah, big up Claremont.
Yeah.
He's a guy.
He
And
is
he's
a guy.
from Barbados, no?
I'm not sure where he's
Bayesian.
from. He's
I think
Bayesian?
I think he is.
That's
If
probably
he's
why you
Bayesian.
know him so much.
Maybe. Maybe that might be the reason.
I mean, yeah.
Are you Bayesian?
No, I'm Jamaican.
Straight, like full thoroughbred? Full?
Bye.
Or are you like a mixed breed?
I am half Jamaican and half Grenadian.
Oh, just like
My father is from Grenada. I have absolutely no relationship with him
Oh, no.
or that side of my family. So I am Jamaican.
okay, you claim it. Yeah,
That's
I'm
how I was
similar.
raised. I was raised as a Jamaican. I was
Jamaican?
raised by Jamaicans. I don't have any real connection to the other side, but it's there in the blood.
Yeah,
you
me
know?
too. I'm like Trini Grenadian, but
Okay.
like my father is like whatever. Like I don't know. He's a weirdo. So like
Is he also Grenadian?
yes, he is. My father is a Grenadian. He has a million
Ross.
children, and I'm
Bare
like
kids.
maybe the third youngest.
Jesus.
Second
Christ.
youngest, because my older brother and then my younger sister. So I'm in like that bottom tier. Then
So-
he has like older kids and shit, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, but I
There
was
you
raised
is, and you're like-
Trinidadian.
What was going on with you?
So hold on, is that a thing for like Grenadian?
It's kind of what it's giving.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, that's what it's given. But because you guys are both like musical geniuses, I would say. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
that's
is that
sweet.
like
Thank
a
you.
thing for you guys? It's just like, yo, you're taking out your musical geniuses through like the pain?
I'm not sure. I just know my grandfather was a musician as well back home.
So was mine.
Yo, yeah. Let me find out.
What's your pop's last name?
Wisdom.
Your pop's last name is Wisdom?
Oh, my father's last name, Delves.
Oh, mine's Lewis.
Okay. That would have been
Maybe
crazy.
they knew each other, right?
Maybe-
Or maybe we
maybe
had the
they
same
worked together,
grandfather.
or-
Just,
I don't know.
Second
Maybe we
cousins
cousins
or
or
something.
something.
You never know. It's
That's
possible.
that's
out here.
crazy.
Hey, you know what's next? You guys just got to get into the booth. Make magic.
Nah, we need to go back home.
Or that's too. We're going to find out if you guys is cousins. You
Because, yeah, if
I
our
don't
grandfathers
really
were
stress about it, to
musicians,
be honest.
want me to get that for you? I see.
What was it?
Here's your
it's like
phone.
a phone or
Oh.
something.
Oh, I see it. Thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Put it over here.
You want an intro? You want to get into it?
It's the man of short, your boy Vegas.
It's your boy Gutsy.
And right now we are with one of the most eclectic, most beautiful sounding voices the city, no, the country of Canada had the opportunity to hear. Unfortunately, she's been out the scene for a while, but she's gonna come back and she's gonna hit y'all motherfuckers hard, man. I'm with your homegirl, Shy motherfucking Wisdom. Let me clean it up.
Oh, you gonna clean
I'm
up?
with your girl, Shy Wisdom. Girl. What's up, man? How
Oh,
Okay.
jeez, that's a new one?
you feeling? Is that
I don't know.
Bioclaps?
If you're homophobic, that one's not for you.
I'm not.
Shh,
We're,
I'm not
we're,
homophobic.
we're far from
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
I never assume. I just ask.
Yeah, 'cause
that's
you
true.
know,
Yeah,
niggas
yeah.
in Toronto, we get it.
You know what I mean?
We
yeah,
get it.
yeah. But it's from,
Okay.
yeah, it's little hand claps, little finger claps.
That's dope.
Never mind, I'm not gonna. We'll save it. Hey, if they want to cut us up when they see it, let them cut us up. Who cares? Shout out our LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah, shout y'all out for real.
How are you doing? How's your mental
Good.
health? How have you been?
I'm good. My life is very peaceful, so I have no complaints.
Oh yeah. How do you keep a peaceful life in such a hectic world?
Well, I guess just focusing on the things that are not triggers or things that you can identify as negative energies towards you in any way. Just being very like intuitive, listening to yourself and how you feel, and you know what brings you peace and what doesn't. Pay attention to yourself, basically.
Dope. Were you always like this? Or like,
No.
I want to see you a little bit rowdier. Back in the day.
Would you say I was rowdy?
I wouldn't say rowdy,
Talk
but
the truth, man. Talk
but
truth.
that's what you did. You talked the truth. If people were around and you weren't really feeling them, you kind of let them know. You're just
Oh
out
no!
kinda
You know
outspoken.
what? You know what? I want to know the craziest thing is that I kept a lot of things to myself, actually. So it seemed like I was always like this. There was, believe me, behind the scenes, there's so much more.
For real,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you pick your battles, and sometimes you pick the right ones, and sometimes you don't. But you pick them nonetheless.
I want to get into interviewer mode a little bit. Take me
Okay.
back to like the first maybe musician or song that you heard that you were like, this is for me. Like, I could do this.
I don't know. I always was very much into music. Like, I think one of my first memories of a song that was like my favorite song. I knew every part of it, every word, every background vocal, every instrument, every sound. You know them ones?
Yep.
And it was like, I think it was En Vogue. Yeah, giving him something he could feel. Like, what did I know about that? Not
Cool,
a
no?
fucking. But the song had me in a chokehold. I knew all the parts, you know, and I was like, damn, I love music. This is great. Yeah.
Shit, In Vogue. That's like 93.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So growing up in Toronto now, you were born and raised here?
Yeah.
Earliest memories of you being in the studio?
Oh my God. Geez, what age was that? Maybe like when I was about 17. I think one of the first times I ever went to a studio was to record something with Carlos Morgan,
Why does that name sound so familiar?
right?
It's like
You
a
don't know
coolie
Carlos Morgan?
looking, coolie looking guy, right? Carlos
I
Morgan.
mean, you could say that.
He had like curly hair. I could swear
He's
that
bald.
He's
he's
bald.
He's a bald nigga.
and he looked like
Shout out Carlos Morgan.
he
I
looked like
love
the nigga
him.
from Young and Restless.
Like who?
Young and the Restless.
Not Shamar Moore.
Shamar. No.
No.
Fuck no. Hold on.
Dark
Different,
skin. Then.
completely different look.
Opposite.
I think you're thinking somebody else.
Yeah, for sure.
I am.
Yeah.
Carlos Morgan.
But that was one of the first times I ever went to a studio. But that was very early in the game where I wasn't even considering really being an artist. So that was interesting. But he's a family friend of mine. So, you know, it was just like, yo, you want to do this song? And I was like, shit, why not?
Did he hear you singing or something, or it was just?
I love music. I'm always, you know what? I think when I was younger, I was much more of an extrovert about the situation. I wasn't shy when I was younger. So I think that people knew that I would be into that. Because I love music. I always have. And I've never been, in my younger years, was not shy about it at all. Yeah.
So you're in this, the studio with Carlos Morgan. At the time, he's a legend, kind of, at that time, I would say. Or
Yeah, at the
a
time,
guy.
absolutely.
No nerve? Were you
still-
nervous? Like,
No, I mean, yes. Definitely I was nervous. Yeah. I still get nervous about doing these types of
Making music.
things. You know what I mean? Yeah.
that's crazy.
You're
Carlos.
Cancer.
No.
Far from it or close?
I'm a Cancer rising. If you're into that kind of thing. I'm an Aries.
Okay.
So your birthday is either coming up or past?
It sure is.
April 4th.
We just started Aries season.
Yes,
April
yes.
14th.
Ooh,
Close.
close. I like how that's the fourth.
Close.
Yeah, 10 days off.
Kind of off, but you got the 4.
I got the 4
got
in there.
4.
That's
That's what's most
close
important.
enough. I just needed the one us.
Mm.
No, that's dope. Aries is good people.
Yeah,
Aries is good
I would say.
Are you one of those people that look at those things as like for like relationship advice, or not even relationship advice, but like
Man, the girls are
if a
Cancer
guy is,
rising. Obviously.
well, I don't
I
know.
don't know nothing about Cancer rising.
No, but some people might not put that stuff in a relationship per se. They might think
Okay,
that way,
okay,
but when it
okay.
comes to a relationship,
It's a
like I don't
different
mix
thing.
with like I don't know, a Sagittarius or something, or like are you one of those people though? Like you look at it like you have certain signs of Sagittarius something or Virgo something, so I'm not really gonna.
I think that if anything, if I've even gone that far in terms of research of a person, like, because, I mean, it's accurate, but it's the different signs. It's the sun sign, it's the moon sign, it's your Venus, it's your Mercury, it's all these things working together. So you're not really that one sign. You know what I mean? Like, different attributes of your personality are connected to the other signs that are in your birth chart.
With all this jewelry on, are you waist beads too? Like you're on the waist
I
beads?
hate waist beads.
God.
Maybe because I'm a bigger girl, but like waist beads be pissing me
Oh, I
off.
see waist beads on bigger things still. They'll be
Absolutely,
trying it.
and God bless them because I'm not doing it. Every time,
Now, you
every
honestly-
time I put waist beads on, I see it and I'm like, this is a great idea. Wow, that's sexy. I love that. That's so nice and dainty. And I put that shit on. And I'm like, 2 days,
Nah, but
2 days, and I'm like, the way this thing is just.
it feels.
Nah, I'm cutting it off. I'm cutting it off. I don't like discomfort.
But, real quick before we jump back into the history, shout out to Aaron Ridge and Sasha L. Henry. I asked them today, what should I ask you? They said, given, you know what I'm saying, you are who you are, what advice would you give to young ladies of the same, I guess you could say, same characteristics? I don't want to disrespect, you know what I'm saying? I love
We love
the
thick
thick
girls.
us.
We love thick girls.
Oh my God, chef's kiss. But like, what would you give like other women, you know what I'm saying, in terms of your sense of style? Because you are honest. I saw you walk through the door. I'm like, who the fuck is this? I'm a supermodel in this bitch. Like, your sense of style is
that's
honestly
nice.
immaculate. I'm turned down compared to you. Like, I'm super turned down. You know what I'm saying? But like, your sense of style is immaculate. Like, what advice would you give for young women that's trying to build a confidence to dress like you?
Or just be like you.
Or
have
be
the
like
confidence
you, or
you.
like that's just your style.
I feel like
is
that's.
dope.
I feel like that's weird to me. I don't have any advice. I'm not the advice lady because everybody's situation is different. I can give insight on things about myself, but it's hard to advise because there's so many factors that vary that sometimes you may end up giving someone advice that worked for you, but for them could be catastrophic in their situation. you know?
Yeah, yeah. So you're the I'm not a role model type of thing.
No, I'm not. I'm just a person.
Nah, I
Yeah.
mean, we gotta have those kind of people in the world.
So hold that question in your mind, because remember we were having that conversation, the creative from the person, right?
Yes.
But since you had a fan question, that's funny because I asked some people and I had a fan question too.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Somebody was, I don't remember the person, but sorry. They were asking what song that you put out that you feel like people, like you felt like it was a hit and people should have gravitated to, but they didn't.
Of my own?
Yes, of your own. You know what song I'm gonna say?
What song are you going to say?
Young Gunner, CP24. You know what I'm saying? CP20. Yo, that song gives me chills. That video gives me chills. Like, oh, you're talking your shit. But yeah, that song for me.
Okay. You know what? Honestly, I feel like every song that people gave love to, I was like, you know what? Hell yeah. I like that song too. You know what I mean? Young Gunner, I feel you on that, but then it's like the energy of Young Gunner was very much of the time.
Yes.
I will never forget the first time I performed it. It was a new song that I hadn't even released yet. But I really fucked with it, and I was like, okay, no. I'm gonna perform this even though I haven't released it. Which is it's risky business a little bit when you're an independent artist. Cause like it takes a lot of investment to like put out a record. So I mean now things I feel like are a little bit different. It's very much quick manufacturing of songs, but there was definitely a time where people took their time.
Facts.
You know?
I want to touch on that now, but let's go back to the history.
Okay.
No, touch on that now and then we'll.
Do you hate that? That it's more fast food, the industry?
No, because everybody deserves their time to shine. I'm not mad at any of it. Even if I don't feel like I like it personally, I'm not mad at it because there is an audience for that. And why shouldn't they have access to some fire, whatever the fuck that is that I don't particularly like?
Okay,
It don't even matter, you know? I'm happy regardless for anybody who's doing their thing and actually see some success in this, because doing art and business is not easy, especially not as an artist. And so go and do your thing, whether I like it or not.
The creative. I want to talk about the creative and the person. So we were having this conversation probably on our pod or just even behind the scenes. Like, can we differentiate or just separate the creative from the person, i.e. an R. Kelly, i.e. a Kanye West? Like, will that even on a sports side, like a sport wrestling side, Chris Benoit? I don't know if you know about Chris Benoit's situation. He ended up killing his family.
Oh,
and then ended up killing himself too, right? And I think it was his wife and his son.
But he was like
He
one
killed
of
the
the best,
youth?
bro. Yeah.
And his wife?
Yeah.
Oh
And this
my
was like years ago.
Yeah.
But like,
Oh my God.
he's known as probably one of the greatest wrestlers
in the
of
world.
all time.
Shit.
But they'll never mention him. All of his
I-
videos are scrapped from history. Like,
Shit.
but like him as a person, yes, what he did was heinous. But his style, pretty much everybody has copied since. The way wrestling is now is kind of like how he wrestled.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you like R. Kelly? Like, we can say whatever we want. That's the greatest R&B act ever, as a male. That's the greatest male R&B act ever.
Okay.
He did some heinous shit. You know what I'm saying? We
Weirdo
don't condone
shit for sure.
some weird shit that he did. But it's like, do we take that the music and be like, okay, well, we can't listen to the music because allegedly he's probably talking to one of the young girls. And then you have Kanye, a musical genius.
Absolutely.
But that guy, when he talks on Twitter, I mean, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I like the fuckery. I'm not gonna lie. But like, bruh, like the shit you're saying is like
Gemini energy on max, fam. This guy is just fucking crashing. He's giving us the course on crashing out.
yes. So yes, can you feel like,
Or do you feel?
do you feel in your personal opinion that people should separate the artist from the person?
I don't think, I can't speak for anyone else. So I don't really know how to answer that question, because for myself, there are some things that I can push to the side, and there are others that are a little bit more interwoven into the situation and make it a little bit more complex in terms of like how I can enjoy this thing. Like you brought up R. Kelly. R. Kelly, genius. Period. There's no like debating that. You know, he's done excellent work. He's also a very sick person, and as a person who listens to the music, yes, I can assume he's talking about a child, even though he doesn't sing it in the song. We're that's our own emotions projecting onto the situation. However, I'm not gonna gaslight us because he be doing that shit, and we know that, right? Also, what makes it uncomfortable is that on some songs he actually had some of these little girls singing background vocals on the records.
See, I didn't know that.
Like Honey Love, he went and sourced these girls from a high school, I believe, if I'm remembering the story correctly. And if I'm not, chew me up. Chew me up. But if I'm right, exactly. He went to a high school and was soliciting the galdom to come to the studio and say, yo, I need this. And brought them to the studio and niced them up tutus. Why are you giving a 13-year-old abakas in the fucking booth? That's weird.
Alleged, or that's the story? Like,
We weren't there, so it's always going to be alleged. But these are people who were there telling the story.
oh my God.
Could they be lying? Absolutely. Could they be telling the truth?
Absolutely.
The fact that you're even in that type of situation is questionable to fucking begin with.
Oh, you ain't lying.
But some of those girls are singing on some of those songs, so that's weird. I love that song, Honey Love, but I am listening to them little girls in the background like, oh, fuck. That's weird.
Yeah, that part of it's fucked up.
Yeah.
And I like how you kind of showed age there with the backouts.
Are you trying to just ask her how old she is? And
No. I don't
You
have
don't
to ask
a
her.
lady
but-
that?
No,
It's
you
all
don't
good.
ask a lady.
You can
but,
ask me
know.
how old. I'm not
No,
ashamed.
but it's not even that. No. It's just
I have
like,
no
you know what I'm
shame
saying?
about
That's an old school. You know,
Bakas,
backouts.
right? That's definitely our era.
But I want to say the Oz came from the East End, though.
The Oz came from the.
The Oz definitely
Claim
came from
it.
the East. I'm not
Claim
gonna
it.
lie. I
Okay.
heard that first from the East.
Yeah.
Niggas in the West weren't saying Oz.
Manas, Bakas,
Yeah, everything had the Oz. In it.
Chillas, shout my
Shout
dog.
out Chillos.
Shayas, really come with Shayas, dog. Shout out to Scarborough. Honestly, I love Scarborough so much. Honest to God, I love it.
What do you think of Toronto slang?
I think it's hilarious.
Do you think it's as bad as everybody points it out to be? And two, there's another conversation I don't know if you've seen, but do you feel like these younger guys made it more popular, like the ones that are going to the mall and asking these kids questions? Or was it like the guys like Marlon and Femi? Like, who really popularized the slang?
I don't know. Everybody was just talking that shit. Like I don't really know who popularized it. I didn't track it in that way. I just knew one day it was popular, and I was like, great. I love this.
Did you hear it in your everyday life though? Like everywhere you were, did you hear them, like people speaking like that?
Well, first of all, what it is right now is is almost like a caricature of what it actually is. The shit the shit that we see online that people, you know, post and say this is the Toronto accent and they're carrying on whatever kind of way, like it's a made up accent that you be hearing online. It's like an exaggerated caricature of what it actually is, but like, I don't know.
Listen, I was listening to Phony G yesterday. I was showing my young boy, trying to bucket head on my real ass nigga. Like, that's like Toronto shit, but it's like, fam, it's their fault.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, Marlon, Brandon Walzak, Femi, you guys are the reason why fucking those little youths are moving like this still. Like,
Okay.
don't be upset. No, I honestly feel that way. Like, don't be
Okay.
upset that the youth them are taking your sauce and made it big to the States and shit.
You feel like they're upset about it?
Marlon went on a whole
Marlon,
rant, fam, about
yeah,
it, saying, "Oh, it's not funny. Like, we made it funny and cool at the same time. You guys are
shit.
nigga. Shut the
It
fuck
was
up."
kind of hate.
It's hate, fam. Shut the fuck up, bro.
But
You're
nah,
the
don't say-
godfather of it. No, if you're the godfather of the slang, just be like, yeah, I'm the godfather of the slang. Shout out to the youth them. But remember, I'm the one who started it. Just say that. Or me and my dogs them did it.
But the man asked the Sri Lankan youth a question. The Sri Lankan youth said, "Yo, we popularized it."
They
so
did?
Marlon,
That's not,
Marlon-
that's not a wrong answer.
not really, because
They
like I
did.
showed you, if Marlon has a video about Toronto's whatever slang from back in the day and it has 1 million views, I feel like that's popularizing it.
Marlon
and
is-
it was on World Star.
Marlon, listen,
World Star was moving.
Marlon is Jada Kiss. City Boy JJ is 50 Cent.
Jesus Christ.
Local versus international. It doesn't matter, bro. It happens all the time in every city. Like, for real, stop hating, bro. Just big up the youth, them, and bring them on your show. Like, instead of acting like that, just bring them on your show, and then school them that way. Like, why are you gonna do that? Like, be an OG, be real about it. This guy's fucking complaining on his shit, fam. Go promote flow, bro. Shut the fuck up. I'm serious.
Damn.
Sorry.
No, don't feel no ways.
I just don't like
care
how they
either
do-
way, quite frankly. You feel me?
I'm just not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of the hate.
But I hear what you're saying.
As an OG,
I don't know what the
the
situation is because I'm not tapped in over there in that regard. But from what you're saying, you know, I hear what you're saying. If
It's
that's
almost
the
like,
case.
okay, you came up with, I'm gonna put you in Neo Soul. Or you remind me of Angie Stone and Rest in Peace and Erykah Badu and all those gals. Neo Soul, okay, D'Angelo, them dogs there. Imagine it's like another young lady coming up and doing similar shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you come up to be like, oh, Ray. She's saying that she popularized the thing, but I'm the one who started it. Da-da-da. That's pretty much what you would do. But I feel like you won't even do that. You'd probably like clap on emojis, do your thing, young lady, right?
Yeah.
You're like type of.
And honestly, how a person feels is neither here nor there because that's their experience to have. Some people are going to do what you would do, and then other people will do their own way that you don't agree with. And it just is what it is. But it's like, in the end, you know, do they learn the lesson that is that experience?
That's facts, man.
He's going with how he feels. I guess he feels slighted based on what you're saying. Like I said, I don't know it, so I'm just going off of what you're saying. And like, in your opinion, it's an unsavory reaction. And there's a part of me that, if that's the way that it's going, I agree with that. He could be more graceful if that's the problem.
Okay.
You could definitely be more graceful. I'm not denying that.
But
I'm just
I
saying
don't
that the
know
man
for
made
sure.
this shit popular, bro. That's all I'm saying. Is the man made this shit popular, but the youth them, like, to me, how I look at it, just like you said, it's the eras. Like, it's like when the artists from like the 80s or 90s are complaining about the artists in the 2000s making so much money and say, niggas, you guys paved the way for shit like this to happen. That's all it is.
Better examples like when the 80s niggas complain about samples. Oh, they use my sample. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit.
And people were always sampling every generation.
Every generation.
Nigga,
The
rap was
generation
built on
before,
that.
2 generations before. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
It's how music evolves. It's taking a piece of the past and recreating it in whatever way you see fit. And that's the moment.
Do you feel like there's an infrastructure for a music artist like you, for independent artists like you in Toronto?
An infrastructure? No, absolutely not.
Do you feel like there has ever been, because you've been in the game for a while, do you feel like there's ever
I've
been
also
an
been
infrastructure?
out of the game for a while as well.
But I'm pretty sure you've seen and you've heard things while you're out the game.
Things kind of sound the same, but approached differently. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's the same devil in new clothes.
What would be the biggest thing for you to implement in the city? Like, what do you think artists need the most? Because for me, I feel like it's information. I feel like there's things for artists to win. They just don't have the information to know about it, how to go about it, how to get it.
And I hear that, but at the end of the day, like, if you're serious about it, you will do your research and find out how other people are doing it. People in other countries. You have access to that information if you want to find out. You just have to do your
Due diligence.
investigations, you know what I mean?
But
To see
do you
what kind of path can be taken. But not everything is in one place. Someone from New York could be having a similar struggle. Yes, we perceive that New York is a busier city. There's more places to perform and there's that. But think about how many people make music versus how many we ever see. You know what I mean? That blow up. It's always going to be a large community of people that don't have the resources or just don't know what to do or kind of are stuck at a certain level. And I mean no disrespect when I say that, low or mid or whatever, or you've exceeded that and you're international or whatever.
But I feel like now
People who want to know, find out.
do you feel like do you feel like your statement is the same maybe even 20 years ago, because like, let's keep it real, like they were taking advantage of certain people, like in the majors, you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Okay, when you hear stories like TLC, where these guys are selling millions of records, but they're getting like pennies on a dollar. You know what I'm saying? Or New Edition, where their contracts all shitty because they'll make so much money, but it'll go to tours and fucking this, that, and the third. Like, I feel like it's always been a broken communication with majors and who they're willing to sign. Like,
What
you're
do you mean
saying
a broken communication? What do you mean by a broken communication?
I guess the lawyers, maybe the lawyers they choose are not reading contracts right. That's what I mean. That because that's also a broken communication. Like when a major gives you a contract and be like, hey, we want to sign you for this amount of money. Here's the contract. Do you want it?
Yeah.
If you're from the trenches, you're signing that. You're not even reading the shit.
Which is the problem.
So has that always been?
They're asking you to do a thing.
Yeah.
And they're giving you the terms of what that thing is. And it's up to you to figure out exactly what the fuck they mean in those terms before you agree to them, because contracts are serious. It's about money. It's about who has to claim responsibility, whether you're actually right or actually wrong. It's just like, I don't know. I think that if the information is given to you, you should read it. You should know what you're getting into. But I can understand that also comes from a place of privilege. I am not somebody from the trenches per se. You feel me? To have that, I don't have that experience to know whether or not I would say fuck it, whatever. Whatever is better than what I have going on. But I don't relate to that.
So there's never at a time where a contract was presented to you that was lucrative, that we're like, that you thought twice about?
Yeah. There have been a couple where I've given it serious consideration.
Can you name one or no? Would you?
No, I'm not gonna name
too deep.
them.
Illuminati.
You said it's too deep.
No, I know those ones where it's
Illuminati.
like, I know those ones where it's like, okay, yeah, fuck, I want it, but nah, they're not ready for this story yet, right?
I don't feel that way. I just, it's so far in my distant past that I just don't even give it that level of importance.
Say
Personally.
Going back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Going back to the infrastructure. So, what is one thing that you would implement then in the city or in Canada in general?
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what I'd place the most importance on.
I mean, for me, two places that I see a lot of artists complain about or say like that are issue is touring and radio.
Touring and radio. Those are valid. I would say that those are valid.
Toronto artists can't perform here. Well, I don't even know if they can't.
I don't think that it's that they can't.
It's
You can perform. If you want to perform, you'll perform. And I've learned that just watching, whenever I do tune into things, seeing who's out there, who is performing all the time versus who's performing sometimes. Or then you see like anyone can perform all the time.
Even street artists?
Yeah, I think we're looking at it more from a street artist perspective too, like an underground artist. So artists like Shy is not gonna have that issue, right? She's not gonna worry about the police and
But I also
all these
feel
kind
like-
of things at her.
But I also feel like an artist like Shy.
Why would I be worried about the police? Like, what do you mean?
Well, for underground artists, when they're performing, at least in the city, they always have the issue of, at least street artists, like, okay, police have to be there. We have to get
Security, extra
security. Not even
maybe.
just that. They have to give their background record,
Yeah,
and let
like a
people
check,
know,
yeah,
like a
police check.
background check. And then the show will get shut down by the police.
Oh my gosh.
So
You're not even aware of this, are you?
I mean, I've heard some stories, but I haven't delved into like a conversation about it. So I'm here for it.
Recently, Sav has been on tour right now. He hasn't done Toronto, but he's done like Belleville,
Okay.
Oshawa, Hamilton, outside. And that's really good because he is a, per se, street artist, underground artist, and he's touring. So I hope, it encourages not just the street artists, but artists just in general to tour. Like, I think that's the best thing is like, you got to find new fan base. I think like artists in Toronto are just so stuck to, okay, we gotta get lit, we gotta get on blogs. Like, go do more. Like, see who
Yeah.
your fans are. See if you can build new fans. Like,
I think that's more of a recent issue because of like accessibility to the internet and how people want things very fast. There's this like silent expectation that you're just gonna be doing this and doing that and doing that all the time. It's weird because then it just becomes like you're just putting any old fucking shit out there. I don't know. It's weird to me.
which I feel like that's been the problem.
I mean, with your come up in your career, was like touring a thing? Like, was that an issue for you?
Touring is always an issue because we don't actually have an industry in Toronto. There's no like actual industry. There are programs and things of that nature that are problematic within themselves. But like there's no true industry. Canada is a big place because that's where they're mostly marketing you, is in Canada. A little bit international here and there, but like for the most part, these places are just pushing you here. And for the type of music that street niggas make and black people who make black music, that is not really what they're putting funds, or they're not encouraging that kind of music from black people, people of color. They're looking for like rock. They're looking for white people. They're looking for, and if they'll get either, you know, you'll get the rock white or you'll get like the spicy white. You know what I mean? Somebody who's kind of a white girl who's like doing R&B or whatever, but like they'll push those the furthest, but even still, it's still limited. I don't see those people in spaces outside of Canada. So I think the main issue, coming back to the original point, I'm realizing, is that we have no industry. So that would be the start, is to actually have an industry.
So again, going back to the infrastructure part, I guess, what would be the thing? Like, what starts the industry? Like,
Yeah.
I've never
What do
made
we-
an industry, but I know that it exists. And if Canada would prioritize looking at other successful industries and implementing those practices here, maybe things would be different.
So it's a government thing.
The government is separate from the industry. And I think people get that twisted because a lot of what independent artists rely on is grants. So it's like being an artist and then having to do the business side of things and then also having to be in the politics of things so that you can even get some type of funding towards what you're doing, because the truth is that music doesn't really make money in Canada doing music here.
Well, that's actually not true, because we are the 8th most consumed music populace in the world.
But we're talking about in Toronto, right?
We're talking about Canada. I'm saying, like, Canada in a whole consumes a lot of music. I
But where's
think
the money going?
that I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's the problem.
I think that's
People are
that's the
consuming,
problem. Yes.
but Canadians don't consume the way Americans consume. We have a different culture. Americans are going to spend their money. Where they're getting it from, you don't know. But they're going to spend that money. Canada's a little bit different. Some people consume. I'm not going to say people don't consume, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's kind of different too because of the population. If you look at the population
As
for Canada,
well.
there's so much dead space compared to
Yes,
the
we have our country is big, but we have a small population
Yeah,
overall.
like there's like how much people in Saskatchewan or Northwest Territories?
Saskatchewan.
No, let's be real. How many people from them are really gonna listen to, like, you know what I'm saying?
There
Like,
probably is a really dope scene that we don't know.
yeah,
But that's
like
the problem.
how-
Why don't we know?
Why don't we know? Yeah,
Those are the
Why
problems
don't we
too.
know?
Why don't we
Yeah.
know? And then
In America, they know their
yeah.
spots. They know. They know.
We
you
know.
can
You
know
know when you
artists
go
from
in, you know when you go to New
Chattanooga,
York, what? There's different spots.
Yeah.
Connecticut. Like, there's probably some.
When you go
look,
to LA, there's certain spots.
Buffalo has fucking Griselda. You know what I'm saying?
Why do we
Like,
know that?
Yeah, and Buffalo, and to the States, Buffalo is like a dead space. Like,
Buffalo's like Canada.
Buffalo, you know what I'm saying?
Buffalo
Buffalo's
is
worse
more
than
daddy. I'm gonna be
yeah,
honest.
fam.
Daddy,
Buffalo's
daddy.
worse than Detroit, and Detroit's pretty fucking bad. And
Yeah.
Detroit's right there too. And Buffalo's under that, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. So it's like, yeah, fam, it's a problem with the city itself. And I think back to what she's saying is, I think the biggest, yes, I think we need less people trying to be artists and more people like us, you know what I'm saying, that are having these conversations and finding the right people to put these people in positions or the positions to make us win and make it be an industry. Because we can talk about it all day, but until we actually start putting our foot down and figuring out, okay, like, what do we do?
I think I know what to do. I think all the artists that like are active need to go on tour. They need to just start setting up dates, even if it's out of pocket. Just go city
And
to
that's the
city.
thing, it is out of pocket. And that brings me back to the point of consumerism. Americans spend money. Like I said, sometimes I'll be wondering, I don't know where the average American is getting as much money as they actually need. But that's none of my business. You feel me? The point is that they found it. They're paying the radio station $10,000 to play their song. You don't do that here. You got 10 bands to give to Flow 93. No, I didn't mean to say it like that. But you feel me? Like,
I get it.
I get it.
10 bands. Like, I'm good. You're probably going to play my song anyway. But you would have played it more if I gave you this. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. It would have been on heavy rotation.
yeah, then that's what I mean. Like, there's no industry.
It's not like how it was before still. Before when we had like Rap City and fucking Vibe and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We had like Factor Grants.
It was much, I think that it was better for sure. There was more going on.
There was, man. Like
I
there was a
can't
lot.
say now. I don't even know, especially because I haven't really been in the game for, I think since 2014. So this is like almost, it's 11 years.
11 years.
Yeah, I know.
Almost
Yeah.
a decade you've been on.
Yeah. And I'm still like around. I do vocal coaching and things of that nature. I do stylist work. And so I'm still around. I still hear the things and whatever. Not much has changed on the back end of things, but obviously in this, socially things are different. They evolve as they do. So
Let's get to that. Why the disappearance? Or I guess the non-interest. I would want to say that because I feel like you're a non-interest person. Like it's
Yeah.
boring. Yeah. So why the non-interest?
Sorry to cut you. What was the last song you put out before you took that break?
oh.
You
You're
remember?
gonna make her think. Like, can we just go check?
I think that the last of my own record that I put out was from the Stranger Things Have Happened. So Young Gunner would probably be
Gunner?
the biggest one of that
Okay.
that record. That was my last thing that I did. But I think the following year I did a song with Spec One. But that was on his project. I did a couple songs on there, but then that was the last of what I did for the most part. So yeah, 10, 11 years.
And what happened?
There was a lot going on.
I'm on.
Baby.
There's a lot going on from a lot of different moving parts. And it became less and less important to me to be involved for peace sake, as we spoke about earlier today.
Do you regret it at any point?
Regret what?
Taking a break.
Not even taking a break, but taking a long break. Like people
This
take
wasn't
breaks.
supposed to be a break.
You actually quit? Did you quit?
Yeah.
A quit is an interesting word because it alludes to a failure of sorts.
Retire.
Retire is better. Retire feels more accurate. I don't feel bitter about my experience. For the most part, I loved my experience being an active artist when I was. There were parts of it that were awful, for sure. But if I think about all the parts that were really dope, I don't have any regrets about anything. I enjoyed it when I was doing it. I've enjoyed my time off because I've been able to live in a different way that has allowed me to learn myself more as a person. And so I don't think I would have been able to do that in the toxic environment that is being an artist anywhere.
Listen, whoever your PR coach is,
I don't
you
have
need
a
to-
PR coach.
Only then you need to be somebody's PR coach.
Yeah, you're
you
cool,
are
so-
good. Like,
Because I tried to quit too or retire too, but every time they pull me out, they bring me back in.
Here's the thing. In all these years, I have always still made music.
Okay, well that's good.
And in my world, I haven't retired. I just make music for myself. But it's crazy because I always made music for myself. I just decided to share some things.
Yo, so honestly, you're just like me. Like when I took my retirement, like I had my studio still in my basement. I'm still making music. I'm dropping. Actually, the music I made like 4 or 5 years ago, I'm dropping now.
Mm-hmm.
Because my shit's still lit. You know what I'm saying?
I love that for you.
Fire.
I'm not even gonna lie, dog. Like, I'm still up. Like, I was probably ahead of my time 5, 6 years. I'm an alien
Yeah,
to this
that's a
shit.
thing. That is definitely a thing.
No, 100%.
Being ahead of one's time.
I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back.
I don't know that I'm back.
Well, you're here. Like, we have you here. I'm
True.
sure people are gonna see this and be like, yo, you got her to ink. They're like, niggas, like, what you guys on? And I don't want to use nigga anymore. Honestly, I told myself we're not using that
Why
word
not?
anymore. That nigga, that because it doesn't relate to me.
Okay.
I'm not
Why not?
a nigger. I'm not a nigga. I'm a black
Who
man.
you call nigger?
I'm not none of those
Who you
things.
call a nigger?
I'm just saying, like,
This is coming from the guy that allows his white friends to say it.
I don't
Oh!
because
Oh,
that
no,
doesn't
no,
mean shit to
no.
me. That word really doesn't mean nothing to me. Like,
That's an interesting
so I'm
take.
not gonna
Right.
I'm not gonna give it to people. I'm not giving black men that word. I'd rather say, yeah, like, brother.
I don't give it to black men either. I give it to the whites. I give it to the Chinese. Not the Chinese. The Asians, South, East, wherever the fuck.
Flipping on
Biracial
them.
people, whether they're black, part black or not. Everybody's niggas in my life.
So
I don't, in some way, I do take it on depending on, you know what? I do take it on depending on how it is presented to me. Because if you're wanting to be offensive, okay. And now you're dealing with the confrontation of your offense. This is not a good time for either one of us, but if I'm going to feel it, so are you.
Nah,
that's crazy.
I don't want to hear the word if you're not black.
You're one of those.
I don't want, hey,
I don't want to hear the word at all.
I'm not saying I want to hear it from them. I said what I say.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not trying to hear it from anybody else who's not black.
That's fact. Okay, let's switch it up. Let's do something fun. All right.
Okay.
I got a little thing here, a little list here. Guess you don't even know what I'm doing.
A list.
Yeah. I want you to pretty much say who you'd prefer.
Oh,
Pretty
Lord.
much, okay?
Here we go.
Let's do it. We're gonna pit 2 powerhouse voices against each other.
So hold on.
You
Do I
being-
get to pick 2? Or no?
I mean, if you want to intervene, then for sure. But I have a list here. Pick your one or the other. You know what I'm saying? And
I'll do my best.
I'm gonna clip
I'll
this
argue-
out, and
I'll argue
Instagram is
her
gonna.
picks. I'll
You'll argue the picks.
Yeah, if she, you know how I
right.
do.
All right, I know how you do. Okay, so the first pick is SZA versus her.
Her.
I'm gonna argue that.
Okay, Beyonce versus Rihanna.
What are we talking about?
Yes. I like it. I was gonna ask the same shit.
Okay, according to ChatGPT, and you better sponsor me, motherfucker. Beyonce's meticulous performance and vocal powers versus Rihanna's edgy, boundary-pushing style.
I'm sorry, I didn't listen to any of that because in my mind I was thinking about ChatGPT.
Okay,
And I wanted to tell you that you should ask.
I love
Oh,
this podcast shit sometimes.
Chat GPT.
Yo,
guy
just
hates
ask
me.
the things.
I'm asking you.
Ask all the things.
I'm asking you.
And see what they
Beyonce
say.
versus
Tell us what
Rihanna.
they say when you get it back. I want to hear.
Okay.
Oh, she wants to know the answers after.
Okay.
Oh, they
sorry.
don't, but they don't have an answer. I just told them to pick 2. Just make and I put it for you.
Okay.
And they have a search and a reason, so they can search your name,
Mm-hmm.
figure it out, and then they have a reasoning.
Okay.
Yeah, it's real, fam.
Period.
ChatGPT is hard, so that's what I'm
Pick it
saying.
up, ChatGPT.
Yeah, so Beyonce versus Rihanna.
Like I said, what are we talking about?
Okay, Beyonce's meticulous performance and vocal prowess versus Rihanna's edgy, boundary-pushing style.
The problem is that those are 2 completely different experiences, and that's hard to choose because both for different reasons. Now, I love beautiful voices. I think Beyonce's voice is beautiful. I like Rihanna's voice, but I love Beyonce's voice because I can hear the work. I can hear the work that she's done over the years. Because when we think back to when, we've all seen like footage of her when she's a kid, how she sounded then. She could still do her thing. She ate. Or like, them young ages. Yeah. But you could hear where the work could have been placed. It sounded great, but those who like study voices, you're like, oh, okay, I see she's gonna clean it up here. And the next time she comes back, she cleaned it up and added tax. You're like, ooh. And it's been literally watching her from that time to this time, just like remolding herself again and again and again. For some people, they don't care for that. But there's obviously a large community of people that are invested in not just how great she is of a singer or a performer, but like in the work that she's been doing to make all this shit happen.
I read it.
When I look at
I read it.
Rihanna is like effortless, cool. You know what I mean? It's a different experience. She is kind of the opposite experience of Beyonce. Beyonce gives like, we're working toward perfection, which makes sense. She's a pageant girl when she was younger. I can't remember. Based on the songs, I don't know that that was the greatest experience for her, but we can see where that work ethic began from so early in her life. And so she's just been this, she is this person. And she's a Virgo, so she's a meticulous person. You feel me? Rihanna's more free-spirited. She goes with the things, but like she's adaptable. I don't think she has an incredible voice, but she has a nice voice. I like it. It's different. It has its own flavor, you know? But we enjoy Rihanna's freeness.
Yeah, we don't. It's not her voice.
We don't enjoy Beyonce's freeness because it doesn't exist. It's the complete opposite of who she seems. I don't know her personally, but what we perceive her to be. She's meticulous. She's thinking about the details. She literally like is like target, ping, 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 done. She's just getting that shit the fuck done, and she kills it every time. Some would argue that they're crazy.
No, yeah.
Period.
No, for sure.
You could want to hate on Beyonce all you want, but you can't deny the work.
No, she definitely worked.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That is a
yeah,
person who works.
100%. So I guess you pass?
I pass. I can't answer that question. I'm so sorry.
That's easy for me still.
Who are you picking?
To be honest, she's a Virgo, and she technically has a. If you're asking for voice, she technically has a better voice. I think people like Rihanna because, like,
Of course,
Rihanna
she technically has a better voice.
Great
Like,
style.
It's not even the style. It's Rihanna's a story. Like, I don't want to say she's an industry plant per se, but like Rihanna has
She
a
is a
story
story.
of not really working, going through the Chris Brown thing, then like being the sex symbol, then doing Fenty, like.
And
you know
she's
what I'm
so good
saying?
at it.
Having her kids, being ASAP Rocky, and now like people are like she's, you know what I'm saying? I don't think, even though they want the music, she's still cool as just being the
story.
character in the story of just her herself.
She was
you know what
always
I'm
the
saying?
character. Like I said, she's
Yeah.
adaptable.
No, in fact.
Yeah, but
This
if we're
song
talking
doesn't
about
sound like that song, doesn't sound like that song, but they all kind of sound like the same song because it's her that you're invested in.
But if you're talking about holding a note, though, Rihanna can't hold a note to
They're,
Beyonce.
like the candle's not.
Respectfully, she can't.
Unfortunately, the candle's not even lit.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
sorry.
like she can't hold a note to Beyonce.
It's not even lit.
Maybe like
But the lighters in the
Toya or
room.
one of them.
The lighters in the room, but the candle it never lighted.
Can't even, not even Kelly Rowland, like respectfully.
Kelly can sing.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what I'm saying.
that's
But
my favorite.
Rihanna's
That's
not.
my favorite
Rihanna's
child
not
still.
doing
That's
Kelly
my-
Rowland
That's your favorite
either.
child?
That's my favorite child. That's
I told you why
Yo,
Kelly
fucking
can't be
Kelly.
mine.
I just love me a dark skin thing, fam.
Unfortunately,
Period. She is
Kelly can't
absolutely
be.
gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
No,
Amazing.
I don't even like looking at her.
Who, Kelly?
I didn't tell you why.
You don't like Kelly?
I don't.
Looks like your
You
ex.
know what?
No,
To each
nothing.
their own.
Well,
Okay.
no, it's a personal thing.
And you know what? I respect it. I do.
Okay, let's
I
go
never
on.
told you.
No, not yet. Are you gonna tell
You
me
want to
now?
hear, Shaq? You want to hear?
Of course I want to hear. I just
Fam,
want to
this
hear
is
your
West,
business.
fam. This is a
I was
West
trying to
End
do the right
thing.
thing. I said, you know what?
So,
West End girl.
Do your
fam.
thing. Of course I want to know what happened.
so I think one time I found my ex. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking through my ex's shit.
Period. Talk the truth.
And I
I love
looked through my
this.
ex's shit, and I found her. She was reading something, and she said, "Oh, every time she hears the song with I think it was her and Lil Wayne.
Oh my God.
Every time-
Motivation.
Yeah, every time she hears that song, it makes her think of the man and this and that and the third. I'm like, this motherfucker.
Oh.
I'm like, from that time, I could never. That
And I feel
her,
you
the
on that.
Nelly song, every song Kelly Rowland is
Kelly
on.
Rowland is off the list.
I don't.
I
listen
hate
to
that
it.
for her because she's great at
And
what
I used
she
to, I
what
used
she
to love her
does.
too.
Yeah, I love
Don't listen
Kelly
to her
and
no
she's
more.
so beautiful.
So you.
But
saw-
yeah, it's such the situation for you still, and I get it.
So
I get it because it's a link to an emotion. It's linked to an experience.
Yeah, it's linked to. So what,
It's not-
You went
it's
through your
different.
phone and you heard "Go Love It." You
Not
You
you.
want to know what's crazy? You want to know what's crazy? I never heard the
Now
tune
this man rubbing it
either.
in.
I never heard the song before. And then I heard it, I was like, oh, fuck. I'm like, this is what this nigga's fucking this bitch doing?
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
I'm like, God damn. And then the motherfucker try to lie to me like, oh, yeah. I'm like, yo, fam, I'm running to your shit, fam. Like, what do you mean?
Honestly,
Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like,
Please.
fam,
I'm
fucking
sorry.
delusional motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be.
It's a
That's
part.
one-
It's a
that's
part of the
life,
story.
bro. Yeah, exactly.
It's a part of the
I
story.
rate
I'm saying
that.
Kelly Rowland's ex stuff. Beyonce.
It's
she's
a part of
Virgo
the story,
anyways, you know
and
what I'm
I
saying?
feel you. I probably would feel the same way. I'd be like, fuck Kelly Rowland.
Yeah.
But like, not for real, but like, for real.
For real.
You wouldn't
me.
feel like that,
For
fam?
me, like,
a
'cause
girl
yeah,
that you're
I
in
would.
a fucking
Get it.
relationship
I
with,
would. No, I
and
would.
and she tells this nigga the song, like imagine
Yeah.
it's like fucking Styles P, I get high or something, or the locks or some shit. You're like, oh fuck, I can't listen to these niggas no more.
Oh,
Like,
that's how I felt when I heard Beanie Siegel's "Feel It in the Air." The man them got arrested to that fucking song. That song came out.
Not they got arrested.
I swear to
the
God, bro,
song.
this is like 2004
You got
or
that
5.
rated? Was
Fam,
it
okay,
rated?
so we're so stupid. We did a move
It started with a kiss teat, so the story's good.
in the
Hold on.
winter,
Yeah.
and the fucking where we did the move, the fucking footprints tracked back to the crib. And it was dead snow. This is like 2, 3 in the morning. Who's walking? Fam, the fucking K9s are not smelling shit because it's way too cold. It's like negative something. But the footprints led to where we at. Fam, we was in a guy's crib, see? We was in a guy's crib in the Lee. And fucking fam, we're just like, yo, we put on Beanie Siegel, it had dropped the same day. It was word of a lie, no top left. It was like, yo, I feel it in the air. Man, I was like, yo, dog, I feel it in the air still. I feel it in the air still.
No.
What's that? Police downstairs. Yeah, man, them's locked up. Man, them's locked up. We're going to jail. All of us is going to jail. Me, 9X, fucking Pylon, Hines, JD, all in jail. All going to jail that same night. Because we felt it in the air. Oh man, we felt it in the air still, eh? We felt it in the air still, joking, laughing, ha ha ha. I don't think I ever told this story on camera. Shai, you got a good one. Yeah, this is crazy.
oh,
Crazy.
Lee.
Ask 9X, he'll tell you the story, fam. The same thing. We're verbatim the way I'm telling, he'll tell the same way. Man, the man pulled me out my house, fam, to come do this move. They put me out my house to come do this move, my nigga. I should have stayed home. I wouldn't have been in jail. I should have stayed home. But I don't regret that. I don't
What's
regret
in
the
that cup?
It's fam Appleton. It's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm
Lee.
telling you, Big Mama, you should have got Appleton for your dog. I don't know. I told you. But yeah.
Okay, back
The
to the
man said
questions.
because we could all feel it.
Honestly, I hate that song. Fam.
That
I
might
don't
be the
play
name of
that.
the episode.
That song,
You
I
know
hear
when
that
they
song, I
air.
turn it off.
That was funny.
That's a bullshit record. I
That
hate
was
that.
funny as fuck.
BD Siegel's one of my best. BD Siegel's one of my
Man said
best
it's a
artists. One of my
bullshit
favorite
song.
artists. That song is ass. He shouldn't have. And he's gonna rate it in the video. And he's gonna rate it in the music video. Drop the video. The man's gonna rate it in his crib, feeling in the air. Fuck you, BD Siegel, for that song. Still, fuck you and Dame Dash. Because fuck y'all.
Oh
because-
man, life, bro.
But yeah, let's get back into it.
Yeah.
Janae Aiko versus Kalani.
We're talking about voices, right? Just
Because it's hard, you know? I
talking
like
about strictly
I'm
voice.
an in-depth question like this type of person because I'm like, okay, what are we talking about?
I hope you don't do that every single one I bring you.
I mean, you
But all of them. So let's base it strictly off of voice.
Okay, yeah, let's do
Is what are we talking about?
Vocals.
Let's
We're
strictly-
strictly off of
It
vocals.
doesn't have to be complex.
No,
Yeah.
voices. Let's do voices. Janae Aiko versus Kalani. You have a beautiful voice. Let's do it on voices.
Okay. Voices. I like Janae Aiko's vibe better.
Okay. Alicia Keys versus Mariah Carey. Now it gets complicated again, right?
No.
Okay.
Mariah Carey.
Okay, you pick
Of
something?
what generation? Of what time?
It doesn't matter. I think Mariah
Oh, no,
Carey
it
can hold a
matters.
voice.
It
You think so?
matters.
You think Mariah Carey can't hold a note now compared to Alicia?
Have you seen videos of Mariah Carey performing?
No. Not recently.
Do your Googles. Go on TikTok, go on wherever, and search up a recent within the past few years of Mariah Carey performing.
Okay, then let's
And
do
then-
peak then. Let's do peak. We'll do peak for this.
And still Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Mariah Carey's an excellent singer.
She's beautiful. Yeah, she's like.
Yeah,
To
absolutely.
me,
How
You
do
think
feel?
Alicia?
I'm picking Alicia Keys. I honestly feel like Mariah Carey is the most overrated singer of all time. They put her
But
up
you see,
there
that's
as
still
number
that
one,
is
right?
still related. It felt, I should say it felt, because I can't speak for you. But it felt like it came from, like, is there a Mariah Carey story?
No, there's no Mariah Carey
Okay.
story.
So you really don't fuck with Mariah Carey's voice?
I don't think, like, people, when you look up...
Regardless
yes,
of
okay.
overrated, because that makes me feel like there's emotion attached to your answer.
No.
But like when you talk about the skill of Mariah Carey, let's talk the things.
Like,
Is she
Yeah, I
overrated?
don't-
That's subjective, right? That's subjective.
Yeah, I don't think she's all that.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just me, but like when I heard, I just...
Even
maybe I
the
don't like
notes
her
she can hit, fam, she can
songs.
hit lots of notes, my nigga. Like,
And that's the
more
thing
than
with
a
a
lot of
question
people.
like this is like
But
you're
it's
rating
like,
her voice, but what
but
about
it's like
it?
how she's hitting the notes. It's like it's a random part of the song. Like, is she hitting that he in like the actual song? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. She's
You don't feel it. You don't feel it.
yeah.
It doesn't
and
connect.
again, maybe it's the song she's singing, but I don't
And she
like.
writes her
To
songs.
me,
And there are people who love her songs. I sometimes feel like for some of the songs, but as a voice, I don't know. Mariah
Like, I
Carey
would've put-
was very skilled, and I say the word was because that's how I feel.
like I would have put more Mariah against Whitney, but and I'm still picking Whitney.
But then
Oh,
Whit-
like
I'm
I
still
think
picking
like
Whitney
Whitney is
Houston.
yes, I think like
obviously.
Whitney.
I think I'm
obviously.
But
choosing
people
Whitney
put Mariah
Houston.
over Whitney. This is
But
why
that's
I'm
right.
saying.
It's okay.
That's
No, it's
but then again,
It's
it's their
okay.
opinion. They could be okay.
Nah.
I mean, like, listen, Mariah has
Nah, fuck around.
Mariah has a very beautiful voice, man. Like, I feel like, yeah, it's just due to maybe the songwriting or whatever she chooses. But fam, anything I heard Mariah on in terms of features or even her own shit, she goes, bro. Not
She
sure
has
about
she has
Alicia.
some great songs, but so
Yeah.
it is what it is. Vocally, in terms of what her ability is, over what was it with against Alicia Keys?
Yeah.
Alicia Keys be flat a lot of the time.
Ooh.
If we're talking about voices, if we're talking about singing, technical singing, and strained. Ever since the song "No One," I feel like they've just been giving her these really high. She has a naturally deep voice, and they're giving her these like
No, it's still,
high
yeah.
belted chorus songs
Yeah.
that are burning her voice out. And so she be straining a lot of the time and things of that nature, which then affect like vocally the experience for me. Cause I'm like, damn, you're not singing any of the right notes.
Yo, that's crazy that you
I'm
said
singing it in my head for you because I'm trying to,
that. Because This Girl Is on Fire came after that, right?
it did. No,
Yeah,
I
and-
feel like No One was the first time I was like, why is she singing that note? It's too high. But do I think she can't sing? No, I recognize there's a thing about Alicia Keys that I like in terms of her voice. Just like a Rihanna, she's a personality. Mind you, Rihanna, when we talked about her, we're talking about her as a individual,
Yes.
like a free spirit. I don't have that experience with Alicia Keys. The things that she is related to are unsavory. There are savory things, but they're the one thing that people always go to is how she took the gal's man out the marriage or whatever. That's so unrelated to her voice, but people talk about that. You know what I mean? They'd be like, yo, she's take a gal man or whatever, and or the homewrecker vibes, and that has
Yeah.
affected the way we speak about Alicia Keys generally. But if I'm really just
100%.
gonna talk,
100%.
right?
Yeah. She does.
But if I'm really going to talk about Alicia Keys' voice, I think that she's strained most of the time. And so it's hard as a person who listens for stuff like that. And I don't have a perfect voice. I just know what I like to hear, you know? And so even still, when we're talking about in their prime, what do you consider to be Alicia Keys' prime? Because I'm thinking Diary of Alicia Keys.
100%. Yeah.
That was her best piece of work to me. And so I would consider that her peak. How do you feel about that?
No, you're not lying.
You're not lying at all.
Right?
Yeah.
So if that's peak, and then Mariah's peak,
Yeah, it's different.
which she's had a few.
A few peaks.
You know what I
100%.
mean?
Yeah.
So which one? That's a whole next thing. But like,
Yeah.
you know, Mariah has the better voice.
Facts.
Her choices I don't always love, just like you. It doesn't always resonate with me like where she goes or the way she sings a thing. But like,
Yeah, we don't.
if I look at what she can do, Mariah Carey.
All right.
Yeah, we also don't give Alicia Keys enough credit for being the side thing of like all time.
I give her that. I give
all
her, I give her
time.
the
Yeah,
home
like,
record.
she's top
Everybody
five,
deserves an
top
award.
three.
No
She's
matter
like top
yeah,
five, top. No, the way she did that,
record of
and
the century.
because she never got the backlash she should have.
No,
No.
because we loved her.
Yeah?
Unfortunately, we loved her. So
Yeah, she's goated for that one still.
she
I can't
is.
lie.
She is. She ducked all
Yeah.
the fucking rumors. She dodged it.
I don't know that she ducked it. It still follows her, but she's just maintained an I don't care attitude about it because she doesn't acknowledge it.
Actually, no. What really
She
like,
really doesn't.
What really forgives whatever she's done is like we always see
Forgives.
Mashonda.
That's not up to us.
Well, I'm saying I feel like we see Mashonda, Swiss Beats, and her
All of
all
them
together.
together.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like Mashonda's over it. So if Mashonda's over it, why the fuck are we complaining about it?
Because it's a matter of opinion. Most of how we feel about things are a matter of opinion. Unless it's your own personal experience, but you're gonna feel a way about shit that you see because it's your experience.
It's true.
So I'm looking at that and I'm like, I don't want to hear you sing fucking love songs, bitch. You're singing about next woman's man.
Yeah.
Right? Some people feel that way.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think about it, but like, does it impact whether I listen to her or not? No. There's still some songs that I'm like, yeah, I want to hear You Don't Know My Name.
I love that record still.
I don't care how I feel about her. I want to hear that fucking song. You feel me? Which brings it back to even the first question that you asked me about separating artists from their personality or whatever. But anyway, yeah.
Okay, we got the real answer. She definitely separates. Frank
So
Ocean,
in some situations, I can. It depends.
on
right?
what you do, on what you've done.
Yeah, and what I've deemed to be of importance.
Yeah.
Some people can look at the situation of what he did with minors and feel like, well, you know, like it is what it is. And I'm here with the squinty eye right with you. I'm right in the squinty eye with you because what?
Yeah.
But like,
Don't forgive him
some
for
people
that.
feel that way, and it's their prerogative.
No, for sure.
You know?
All right.
Do I? No. But it depends on the situation. It's a case by case situation.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean?
All right. Let's move on. Frank Ocean versus The Weeknd.
Okay, what are we talking about? Oh,
Same
voices.
thing,
Voices. I'm
Same
so sorry.
voices, yeah.
Voices. Damn.
This is a hard one.
This question kind of pissed me off. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay? I don't really care. I don't really like the way The Weeknd sings, personally. Same explanation. His choices don't always resonate with me. What I can acknowledge is that The Weeknd's voice has grown over time. He's gotten better. He's gotten more intentional. So I can hear his improvement as a singer, and I rate it. I'm happy for him. You feel me? But do I like it? No. I don't. However, it's hard because in this situation, in terms of voices, it hurts me to say this. I have to pick The Weeknd over Frank.
Ocean?
And I'm going to tell you why. Because Frank can't sing like that in front of people. Frank is a studio singer. And I'm not saying, I know. And I'm sorry.
Listen, Instagram's gonna fuck you up for that one. I'm good.
It's okay.
Okay,
It's
I
the
love it.
LGBTQ community that's gonna tear her up. That's it.
I'm
I
not
don't
putting
care
this in
who
the
tears me up. Tear me
that.
up. Tear me up. Step on my neck. You feel me? But my opinion is my opinion. So I understand that we can disagree, and that's okay. I don't have no beef with nobody who disagrees with me or who chews me up. Chew me up. Go ahead. Right? But I'm talking about what I've seen. And maybe there's some lost clips, some lost files of his performances that were vocally hitting the way they were supposed to. I'm sure that they exist. I haven't seen them. Mind you, have I done a deep dive? No. I like listening to his recorded music because whoever's engineering him knows where to place his voice. The way that they mix the things, immaculate. I love his performance on his records. As a live singer, I don't always love it. His nerves get the better of him a lot of the time. It doesn't mean he's incapable of singing those songs, but I haven't seen him do it. Where I watched a performance of his and I was like, yes, vocally. And there are voices like that, you know?
Yeah, a lot.
Those are more rare, to be honest. I'm saying more rare, but I wouldn't say that they're rare. A lot of people have great voices. A lot of people. but there's them ones, right? And then there are people who perform really well live, flawlessly, and you're like, wow, this is incredible. Like everything was in tune. This is person at perfect pitch, like, and they can dance, and they can, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there are others.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
I think that he's a nervous singer, and so it doesn't allow us to see truly what he is actually capable of doing.
You hear that, Frank Ocean? Yeah, shit, warrior.
But I love Frank Ocean.
I love him too.
That's
honestly.
the thing.
He's great.
And
Like
then
you said,
he did that performance. I think the last performance he did that I know of was at the Grammys.
Yeah.
And that was a rough one.
Oh, okay. I never knew that.
I think it was a rough performance, like from a vocal perspective. He sounded really nervous. It wasn't landing in the way. And not everything is about how it lands in terms of things. Like, we know a lot of singers, and we love a lot of singers that weren't perfect singers, but they had a thing about them, and that's what carries them. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And I think Frank falls in that category because I like Frank for the Frank experience, not necessarily specifically Frank's vocals.
Oh, I rate that.
You know?
What do you think?
I just said a lot of things.
Weekend?
That's not bad, man.
All right.
And I don't love his voice, but I still would choose The Weeknd
Over Frank.
voice-wise, vocally, over Frank.
No, I rate that.
Yeah.
I rate that. All right. Next one is Adele versus Sam Smith.
Adele, because I don't like Sam Smith's voice. I'm going to keep it a buck.
All right. Lizzo versus Janelle Monáe.
Janelle Monáe.
She's beautiful. Shout out
I
to
love Janelle Monáe.
Hey, I want to talk to you again, Janelle Monáe. I love you. Message me.
Janelle Monáe is incredible.
Chat radio, chat magazine, chat DVD, all that shit, man. I had.
You're doing a face. What does it mean?
It's a part of our past.
Okay.
He's bringing up the past. It's
Damn, okay.
Tori Kelly versus Jessie J.
Vocally. Excuse me. Vocally, hold on. Jessie J.
Bang, bang.
I don't be knowing her songs like that. I just know her as a singer.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I don't love a lot of this, like I don't love her choices for songs. They showcase her incredible talent as a singer. I think as a singer, she is so like dynamic. She does so many things with her voices. From a technical perspective, she's really great. You know, but so is Tori. But their styles are so vastly different. But I don't love either one of them. But vocally, I think that they are incredible. Yeah.
But who's more? Or you pass? You can pass if you want.
Damn. Who do I resonate more with? I would say that I resonate more with Tori. I like her choices better in general, but from a technical perspective, I don't know. I really would. I don't know because they bring something different and they're both really skilled.
Okay, that's
But
cool.
we're leaning more towards Tori because I like Tori's overall thing more than
Jessie J.
Jessie J.
All right. Bruno Mars versus John Legend.
What are we talking about?
Like
I'm just
you
joking.
know what we talking about. Stop it with me. Oh God, we bringing the hard questions. Shout out to ChatGPT.
You better pick Bruno Mars before Kanye West comes for you.
ChatGPT. He said it's the one finger or the
okay.
yeah.
Sorry, I got it too.
Either the middle finger or the index.
Oh,
yes.
let
But
me
we do
see.
the index is cuter though. Yeah.
Okay. Wait. The index is cute, but you're using your middle finger.
Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
Oh, your middle
I'm
finger is
smoking. I'm
cuter.
having a drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
meant.
we lit. That's what she said. We lit, motherfucker. Shit.
But yeah. Anyways, what were we
Bruno
talking
Mars versus John Legend vocally.
Bruno Mars, because he's more he takes more risks. And he is more I find he's more dynamic. I love John Legend, but John Legend is like a John Legend song because it's very consistent with what he's always put out.
We are all
From ordinary people, every song, ordinary people, every song. After that, ordinary people again, ordinary people again, ordinary people again. And that's okay because we love that song.
Yeah, we do. I love that song.
Right? So like it works because like if I want to hear a John Legend, that's where I'm gonna go to hear it.
That's the go-to for sure.
Nah, Bruno, when I heard Locked Out
But
of Heaven,
Bruno
I
can
was
sing
like,
his ass
oh
off.
my God. I'm like, yo,
And
Locked
Bruno
Out of
shows
Heaven
it.
showed me
I don't know,
range.
maybe John Legend could sing like that and we just don't know because we don't hear that from him. The dynamic performance. But Bruno has given us so many versions of himself
Yeah.
from a vocal perspective that like
Yeah.
I couldn't not choose him.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
That's a hard one.
Yeah,
It's hard because it's a different experience. I shouldn't say that it's hard. It's not hard. Bruno has the better voice from what I can see. But like I love John Legend.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bruno Mars.
All right.
Shout out the casino that owns Bruno Mars.
Whoever it is, they're sucking that man dry.
MGM, I think.
Yeah,
They're fucking
shout
him
out
up.
MGM, yo.
Last one, and then we're going into Canadians.
Boy.
Holy.
Billie Eilish versus Lord.
Versus who?
Lord.
Billie Eilish. Lord can sing.
Well, I don't know. This is what this is apparently.
Lord, this black people. She's out of here.
From she was kind of shady towards Jamaica. I said,
Yeah.
dash her that.
you can never hide that.
Dash her that. We don't know.
You can't ask,
even
fam. You
acknowledge
can't ask a
that.
Jamaican anything about Lord.
Dash her that.
It's crazy. I wish I said that to you the other day, fam. The song came on and I was just like, yo, fam, like she really mashed up her career, fam. I was just,
Jamaicans would have been in it
they
because
were
we liked
the
it.
niggas were fucking with her, and she thought,
she
nah, fam, nah, it was somebody
Fuck you.
else. And as soon as she said that, crap out.
You're done.
Crap out. Her
Your
whole
goose
career
is, your goose
down.
is fucking
fam.
cooked. Galang.
Wow.
Galang. No, but honestly, from a vocal perspective, all we know is Royal, and I wouldn't say that showcased her as an excellent vocalist.
Okay. No, you're real. That's real.
Sia would have been better to put in there.
Sia
When
versus
she-
Billie
when-
Eilish?
I think that
I think
she's-
Sia would be beat. Sia would be Billie Eilish. What are you talking about? Vocally?
Between Sia and who again?
Billie Eilish.
Oh damn.
Sia would dog walk that bitch. Respectfully.
You know what?
Respectfully.
They do two different things.
And that's what it is. But we're talking about vocals and
But even vocally, like
Kesha.
Kesha?
Anyways, we're moving on. Nigga, Kesha's not even a
Edit
singer.
that part out.
No, we're not. We don't
Edit
edit
that part out.
We're not, okay, you want to timestamp that?
No.
No.
Okay. Oh yeah, Kesha, come on, girl, baby, we
Nah.
love you for pop.
Hold on, let me
You
see
ain't
the
the singer.
Canadians first.
Okay.
Just 5. Yeah.
Don't do the first one.
I know we got to. Okay.
Why?
First
But-
one. I know you put Weekend ahead of My Boyfriend Ocean, so.
He's my boy too. I love him.
Okay, so honestly, this might be a no-brainer for you.
Okay.
The Weeknd versus Drake.
As a vocalist,
Oh yeah.
first of all, we don't talk about Bruno.
That's an inside joke, so I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't.
We don't talk
It's kind of
Drake.
inside, but it's not. But
Drake. We're talking about Drake and the Weeknd,
Yeah.
We don't talk about Bruno.
I don't talk about Drake at all, actually. Yeah.
though. Okay.
He dissed.
He did this. And it's not from because I'm scared of anything, but it's out of sheer disinterest.
We might get into it later. Alicia Cara versus Jessie Reyes.
I told you to take the first one.
Alyssa
off.
Cara versus Jessie Reyes. Alyssa Cara. That's her name.
Oh, the girl from Brampton.
Yeah.
She's sick.
I'll be over
She's cute. But in,
here. Oh, here.
they're vocally, they're also very different.
Jesse Reyes with Dog Walker.
Jessie
I
Reyes-
don't think so. I don't think
You're
so.
crazy.
Vocally?
Jessie, but
Vocally,
but
yeah.
here's the
No.
thing. Jessie Reyes is she has personality in her voice.
Yeah.
She is a personality. I don't think that she's like the most excellent singer, but I do think she's a good singer. I think that she's good. She's perfect for the vein that she chose. It's like this very perfect imperfection, which is like her image.
Yeah, it's like her own voice. She doesn't
know?
have like a voice.
It's
that has somebody else.
it's similar to the way, and I'm not comparing them, but I'm just bringing back the point of like it's similar to the way of like how we enjoy Rihanna as a complete package of things, but it's more about her
Yeah.
than it is about her voice. Even though she does have really great vocal moments,
Yeah.
I don't think she's a strong singer personally. That's me personally, and I'll probably get chewed up for that too. Is what it is, chew me. But
You're a girl, you should like that. See,
period.
Bro!
And not every girl does like it, but I mean, you like
Oh,
what you like.
that's
Jamaicans
true.
love it. Fam. I'm not going to cap. Jamaican girls love chewing.
What are we talking about?
No, you
Go
know.
ahead, continue. Continue. But the Jamaican girl love them chewing bomba clack. The Jamaican man them claim like they don't. But yeah, go ahead. What do you think? Jessie Reyes versus Alyssa Cara. Jessie Reyes versus
Jessie
Alyssa Cara.
Reyes has more personality. I enjoy her songs and her delivery and her story more than Alessia Cara. I think Alessia Cara's voice is sweet, but it's just one type of way from the way that I heard it.
Yeah, she hasn't got.
It's
done
nice, but to me, it's like easy listening. Where when I listen to Jessie Reyes, I'm like, oh, I need space because I have to be invested in the story that's happening here. Because like the way that she performs, it makes you want to know, like, okay, wagwan, you know.
Yeah, I get
Whereas when it comes to Alessia, it's like a soothing vibe, you know, like I like it, but it doesn't give me the same thing.
It's CHFI 98.7 shit. Oh, sorry, I don't know if it's 98.7, but CHFI radio shit.
Damn,
like,
I haven't
just-
listened to the
just
radio
chill.
in a long time.
Just chill.
Yeah, like yeah.
Work music.
That like if CHFI played it would because they were feeling edgy.
Yeah.
A lie?
Put this in the fucking playlist because
They'd be like
we wanna be
urban.
edgy today. Yeah.
Yeah.
We throw that in there.
They would call it urban still.
I think, but honestly, personally, vocally, I think Alyssa Cara got Jessie Reyes still vocally. I think maybe it's the people that she's working with, Alyssa Cara.
Maybe
but
I
like,
haven't heard her.
She just hasn't had enough. She hasn't put out enough music, bro.
I know that too, and I don't think she's
What was the last
testing
thing
her
that she put
vocals.
out?
She actually just put out something recently.
She
I
did.
think
Okay.
she's starting to come back out and
Yeah.
do stuff. I just think like it's different. Like Jessie Reyes has been doing her thing for a while, right? So
Yeah.
just like you said, I think she's just more well trained on like the things that she's doing musically and the songs that she's making. She knows how to make songs for her and that her fan base likes.
Absolutely.
100%, and that's not a
Yeah,
bad
no,
thing.
nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's move on. Justin Bieber versus Shawn Mendes.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, me too.
Justin Bieber can
Dog
sing.
Yeah,
Dog walk.
Molly Wop. Like,
Yeah.
kick
I couldn't tell you, first of all, a Shawn Mendes song in this moment. But maybe because I don't know what it's called.
Maybe I can treat you better
Then he can. Any girl like you.
deserves a
Hey,
gentleman.
wasting time on
Baby, I can treat you better. One,
Hey.
two.
Hold on, let me make sure that's his. Hold on, let me make sure that's his song, bro.
Check it, 'cause I'm sure Danny Fernandez or one of them youth there. And yo, Danny
I'm pretty
Fernandez.
sure it's on
Answer the
that Shawn
fucking
Mendes, though.
IG, my guy. I'm trying to influence my brother. But yeah, I think it is that though. I think it's Shawn Mendes. Shout out to Shawn Mendes still. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mayor.
Tim.
But also, I
Mayor's
chose
my dog.
Bieber in that.
But
I'm
yo,
so sorry.
honestly, yo, fam, when Journals came out, I swear to God, that guy was the best R&B singer I ever heard in my life.
I don't
By
know
the
about
way-
that, but Justin Bieber can sing.
By the way,
Yes,
Justin
by the,
Bieber can sing
hey,
that
by the
song.
way, Shawn Mendes treat you better. 2.5 billion on YouTube.
Billion?
Bomba class.
Tune, what are you talking
Wow.
about?
It's a big tune, fam.
No, I didn't know it reached other markets. I didn't know that. I didn't know that personally. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Because I'm in this market, right? So I don't know that song's being
But if
received in
you're,
other markets.
but if
How-
you're in
how old?
this market,
How old?
8 years ago.
8 years ago? Okay.
But if you're in this market and you know that song worked like, I've been time for you. You heard that song somewhere, fam. You were in the doctor's office. You were on a bus, waiting on a train. Somewhere you heard that song.
No, you're right.
2.5 billion.
You
Facts.
right. You right.
Yeah,
Facts.
I'm saying holy.
So yeah, Justin Bieber though. Overall,
Yeah. I'm still picking Bieber though.
I mean, you know what I mean?
I love
still picking
Bieber.
Bieber.
After all of that, but that just goes to show you, like, they're doing a different thing. And it's cool, but vocally, we're going with Bieber in terms of,
Vocally,
like...
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that-
can, he's
oh
can
my
sing
God.
down.
You wanna know why?
PYT.
No, because Bieber can sing better than he can.
You're an idiot. Guts.
Okay, you get that.
Yeah, you need one of those small claps. Daniel Caesar versus Party Next Door.
Party next door.
Party's hard.
And I don't... Daniel's,
We're talking about vocals. We're
Party
not
Next
talking.
Door is a mod youth still with the vocal. I don't
think Party Next Door is an excellent singer, but it kind of goes back to
the package.
what I like more, really, what it boils down to, because...
I'm not gonna lie. Daniel Caesar just has that one song that I like.
You feel me?
What, Peaches?
But he has a great fan base that has followed him over these years. People love Daniel Caesar, and I think Daniel Caesar is great, but he's a particular thing happening. for me. Like it's just like it stays a certain type of way. It doesn't really.
Don't worry, we
Look how
we
he
burp
hit
into we burp
What's the song?
in.
Don't you think I come
Yeah,
Big
right.
tune.
Holy
Or the song
fuck.
he has with
make
her.
you want it? I don't know that one.
Yeah, I don't
Is
know
that
that
the?
one.
It's only that one song I know from
Best
that
part?
season.
You don't know best part?
Oh yeah. Best part. Yeah.
Nah, I just know.
I know best
Okay.
part.
Best part was a big tune. What do
It
you
was.
mean?
It was
It's a good
huge.
song. But but vocally do I think that he's like excellent? No. But I think that he knows his lane and he stays
stays in it.
beautifully in that space.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
She's
picking
picking
Daniel
Party,
Caesar.
though. No, she picking Party.
You're picking Party. At the
Party
end of
is
the day.
just more interesting to me. Party takes the risks and he lands a lot of it in a party kind of way. You feel me?
He does.
I don't think that he's like a super skilled technical singer at all. But like he takes the risks with his melody in a way that a lot of other male singers don't.
No, that's facts. That's facts. I still love the fucking record. Every time in the think time. That's
The way how nobody knows the words to any of
So I'm
these
with the same ass, nigga. You know what I'm saying, like, I
Yeah.
love that shit. Like to me,
He
like,
just
I
is
feel like
he has
so
a
dope.
swag, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? He's
yeah.
swaggy with it, and I just resonate with that more so than you know what I mean? What Daniel Caesar's persona is giving, like his experience is giving.
Yeah, and you know what? Daniel Caesar could make his own beats, but I know Party does. So like, Party making his own beats for me,
He
I feel like
does?
it's like I think he
Wow.
made that beat. That's a song I feel like in the nighttime. Like I think he made that beat, and I feel like to me, like when you make a beat and you sing on the shit, almost like R. Kelly, it's like you're a goat. You're a god. You know what I'm saying? Because like that to me is like high tier musician shit. Like you know what I'm saying? When you make your beats and you sing on the shit and like you're vocally inept and like everything it just makes sense for you. Like
Yeah.
I feel like you're just god tier musician. So like that. Rapper, singer, whatever you do, as long as you make your own instrumentation and you rap on the shit and it's golded, like you're a god. In the
Do you
game.
know about Georgia and Muldrow?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Georgia,
Georgia and Muldrow. She's from LA.
for real.
And she makes her own beats. She is very eclectic, but she's very much taking the risks and doing the things. And I think that you would really enjoy her.
I'm gonna tap her with it.
Georgia,
We're gonna find her.
Yeah, Georgia and Muldrow.
Georgia and Muldrow.
Yes, 3 words.
Georgia and or A-N?
Georgia Ann.
Oh, Georgia and.
Her name, yeah.
Okay.
Georgia Ann Muldrow.
Okay, I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna talk to her for sure.
She's sick.
Don't be surprised if we got on a Zoom. We work hard. We do. what
Just
we do.
telling you what I think you might like.
So is that
I
the
don't know
last
if I'll
one?
be
Was that
right.
the last one?
We have one more.
Okay.
Tory Lanez versus Nav.
Tory Lanez.
Of course. I knew that.
Free Tory.
Free Tory!
Tory Lanez.
I don't know. It's free Tory on your side. You know, I don't.
Why? Why you don't think it's
You never
still
know. It
going?
might be a woman.
You might be a Megan.
I wasn't there.
sympathist.
I wasn't there, and I feel like everybody's telling a lie somewhere, and I'm not. I can't play investigator on it. Like I felt somewhat invested, obviously, in the story because it's like, wow, this is crazy. But there's so many moving parts to the situation, and I just feel like everybody's telling a lie in their story. They're part of the story, and it's creating a confusion that's not conclusive. Yes, he's gone to jail, but was it actually conclusive that he shot her? I don't know. Am I saying that I don't believe he shot her? No. Am I saying I believe he did shoot her? No. All I know is that it's all possible, but nothing truly has been proven, I guess, from what I've seen anyways.
Right.
But obviously, like, if he did shoot her, I would be against that. But I don't know.
Man, free that man and give him a fair trial, bro. That's all I gotta say.
They think you just gotta free the fucker. That's all. Free the man. Let's go back. I want to get into this. You came up in the era of Lou Breeze, JD era, fucking Camouflage. I'll throw in there. Like it was like the middle tier, like mid artist, like middle ground Toronto artist. Like as a singer,
Yes.
that's like your competition was like fucking Kim Davis and that other girl that I don't know.
Melanie Durant, maybe?
No, she was Melanie Durant
Maybe
older.
before?
There was another girl that Drake dated, but I don't remember her
Melanie
name.
Fiona?
I wouldn't put her in that bracket. What is the next girl that used to play piano that Drake dated? Do you remember that girl? Remember her name?
I wouldn't know.
Fucker. Anyways, yeah, I would put you in that like class. You know what I'm
She
saying?
was in a group, right?
I think she started in a group
And then she went solo.
and she went solo.
I know who you're talking about. I just don't remember the name.
Yeah. Coming up in that era, you know what I'm saying? I honestly forgot my question.
I felt it. I felt it.
I forgot where I was going with it. I swear
I
to
felt
God.
it because I'm like,
It'll come back.
all right.
It'll come
It
back.
will. It
It'll
will.
come
Don't
back.
feel no
It'll
ways.
come back. Go
Don't
ahead,
feel no
Betsy.
I guess I can ask you, how do you feel about making music now? Is there like still no pressure because you're still making music for yourself?
I think that anything to do with business, there's pressure because it's business. Releasing a song, unless you're doing it for fun, then business is involved, which immediately means that there has to be a level of seriousness that comes with that. The art is the enjoyment, but once that part is done, is done. Everything else becomes work that you have to put in order to get the desired success, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you find it scary? Like the same things that were scary before, are they still scary now while you do them?
Like what?
Well, whatever. You said before when you were doing music, like obviously there were scary parts and there were good parts, right? Now that you're coming back and possibly putting out more music, is there still the scary parts from before?
They're still scary.
Yeah.
And that's just because of my personality, my experiences, my traumas, my triggers. It all plays a part in what feels scary in this experience and what doesn't, you know? I don't think those things change. I think what changes is how you manage it. I think that before, when I was younger, the way I managed these particular types of situations was different. So I think that part of things are different for me, but it's kind of the same thing. The things that were scary before are still a little scary, but it's either you do them or you don't.
Is there somebody coming up underneath you? Like, do you have like a little shy wisdom coming up?
Yeah, especially
Somebody that
being
you're
in like
working with?
you're doing vocal coaching and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So like
Is there artists that you're working with that you see, like, you know what I'm saying, that has like potential that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people actually in the city that have potential.
But I
Because
want to know one that is there somebody that you're working with per se?
like firsthand.
Yeah.
I work with Sunray. Sunray has an amazing voice, and she's working towards, you know, finding her footing and figuring out what kind of artist she wants to be. But I really love Sunray's voice. I love how it resonates. So that's somebody that I would say, for sure.
The reason why I'm asking that too, because it's like, I feel like people from Toronto don't like to give back because a lot of people are still trying to get the success of being like I don't know, a major music artist, or they probably haven't got the success that they need. So it's like they don't have anybody that they're showing as they're like coming up in the game or just going through the game. Like I feel like everybody should kind of give back to just somebody or something. Like.
Yeah.
So like,
And I sorry to cut you in, and I rate that because like people like obviously we're in JD era space, like JD era is giving back to the youth.
And that was the intention why I told us to come here in the first place.
And I honestly respect you for that because we should have came here from before, but whatever.
yeah,
But it's all about what you know,
timing,
right?
right?
Yeah.
Timing
And
is everything.
everything
like,
happens at the right time.
Exactly.
I honestly appreciate you, and I am at your feet. Like whenever you need me for,
Yeah,
I
gotta
will
do
do for you. Listen, like I feel like people like JD Era, like you, like me, like we give to the youth so much. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't feel the landscape of the city. They don't want to teach the youth them how to build. You know what I'm saying? Like why?
I will say this because I feel like sometimes I'm of both minds when it comes to stuff like this. I don't know that I have anything to teach to the youth.
You're crazy.
It's a matter
That's all
of
cap.
it's a matter of opinion.
Then why
And
you a
what?
vocal coach?
But I'm not a youth vocal coach. I'm just a vocal coach. I teach adults. I actually don't even teach.
It doesn't even matter. Teaching is teaching, right? At the same
Yeah.
time, it doesn't matter if you're a youth, if you're adult. Adults can go to university just how youth can. So you're teaching. You're giving what you know to the public. So I don't think that's a statement that you should stand by. In my opinion.
Okay, I hear what you're saying.
Like you're a role model to motherfuckers. So, like,
But that's the part that I don't believe in.
and I know, and I don't believe in it either. But
Me
Gutsy
either.
will make you believe.
I don't believe in role
Gutsy
models.
gives me the energy to be like, nigga, you are the guy. Like, stop fucking around. And I feel like you're the girl. You're the woman. You're that bitch. I don't know if you're disrespectful to, but you're that.
I don't feel disrespected at all.
Okay, you're that.
You know what? Hell yeah.
Okay then. So
But I think that's a problem with our city too, which I was saying, and I'm sorry to cut both of you guys.
No, it's
Like
okay.
you need to claim that, because I think like for me to know your music from so long and always wonder, yo, whatever happened to Shy Wisdom? Whatever happened, you know what I'm saying? So I think like just in general, just you should embrace these things, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And just know like, yeah, you are a gold out here. You've done your thing out here. Like you can give back the experiences. Just
what you are doing.
Yeah, just what you are doing.
And I feel like I do, but honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't feel obligated in any way to do that. I go with what feels. I go with what feels good. I've had a great experience doing music from what I've experienced with my city point of view. But on the back end, it's been a very crazy ride. And so I also have to be careful going into spaces trying to impart certain types of knowledge on people, because I also know that as human beings, we're biased, right? So if I'm teaching, when you talk about like teaching singing, it's a technical thing. It's, yes, there's in some way it's personal because it's a one-on-one session that I have with my clients or students. Feels weird to say students because we're all students, but
Yes.
you know,
Yeah, for sure.
but damn, I forgot my point now. Shit.
Don't worry, we lit. No, we lit, motherfucker. We gonna forget our shit.
No, wait, bring back the question.
I don't remember the question.
Damn.
There was no question because you were dejected.
I was
so-
just ranting.
No, 100%. We
We were talking about giving back to the youth.
giving back to the youth, yes, or giving back to our community,
Or to the community.
That's a big one.
I think that you have to go with your intuition on things like that. I don't feel like anyone should feel obligated because we don't know what people have gone through in this industry. If they even are in the space to really give from a place that is good. Because I think that a lot of people, as generation passes down to generation of artists in the city, they're teaching valuable information by coming around in the community and giving back in different ways. And it's beautiful when it's genuine, when it's sincere. But when people start to feel obligated to do those things, they're doing it whether they're sincere or not. They're just doing it because they feel like it should be done. And that is harmful because people don't always have in the moment have the language or the bravery or anything to let you know, like, you're fake as fuck, actually.
Yeah, that's
Or like, you're not fucking fooling me, you're fucking miserable, actually.
Yeah, no,
You
that's
know?
real.
Or like, because it comes with an energy. So I hear what you're saying and like people should give back, but I truly believe it should be based on whether the person has the capacity to give back from a good place.
No, that's fact.
Because we can pass on things that are not good
That's true.
based on our own experiences, which may not be the experience of the person that you're imparting to. And then it becomes muddy because if they really take you by your word, they could fuck up their own experience because they're listening to what you did on yesteryear, which is not the same as what it is today.
No, that's true. I remember my question now from before.
Okay, I love that.
Like, based on the area that you came up in,
Yeah.
Drake is obviously was the fucking #1 draft pick.
Of course.
Let's keep it ball.
And he deserved to be
That's
from a
what you
talent
think?
perspective.
You think that there was nobody more talented than Drake in that
It's not
draft
about who
class?
was more talented. It was about what the game that was played. And I don't think he's not talented. Do I think he was the most talented? That's subjective. It could be yes, could be no. It doesn't matter. Because whatever happened, and he's where he is. And that's just what that is. I think that he's talented. Absolutely. And I feel like that's an obvious thing, whether I like him or not. He's a talented guy. So I don't know. I don't really think about it in that way, to be honest.
Did you guys have dealings in the past before?
We have, yeah.
Did he fuck you over in anything? Like, in terms of contracts, songs, whatever? Maybe you
I
guys did a
think
record
that
that
the
you never
answer
dropped?
I think the answer to this question is also subjective. My answer would be yes, but it comes from an emotional place because it was a traumatizing situation, right? And so I'm biased in my answer to that, but someone might hear that information and feel like that was actually great that he did that.
So
It
what's the
depends.
story? And you can pass. You can decline.
Oh, I know. I'm thinking about whether I should or not.
Or how to shape the question or the answer.
Yeah, because like it's a dead situation, but I feel how I feel about him as a person based on that situation. I don't fuck with him. Period. But I can acknowledge his talent. I can acknowledge his business savvy. I can acknowledge all the good things about him.
But that's
But
a
my
real nigga.
personal
You're a
experience.
real nigga for that because we do that all the time. Like me and Gutsy, these niggas that don't fuck with us out here.
Yeah.
We acknowledge what they do in the whatever landscape that it is that we're doing, but we don't need to fuck with you.
Yeah.
Just today, nigga was trying to reach out, asking for a number and shit. But yeah, but yeah, that's a T right there. But yeah, go ahead, continue. You don't fuck with him.
No, not at all as a person.
Did he fuck you over? Like, what's the story? Like,
And that's subjective.
Okay.
I feel like yes.
Okay.
And I wouldn't even say completely fucked over. I think he was disrespectful. I felt disrespected in the situation, and I think that the way he handled it was disrespectful. But that is subjective.
Did he sample any of your songs?
He didn't sample my song, no.
Were you on one of his records before?
On any of his records, no.
Okay. So how do you feel disrespected?
It's personal.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
then. We'll leave it at that, then. Maybe we leave it at
I
that.
could talk about it for the sake of a story,
But we'll cut it
but
out. We'd have to
it's
cut it
also
out.
like, for what? I'm so disinterested in that person because I don't fuck with him as a person. So I just don't have him in my mind space at all.
A better question, then.
Okay.
Does he deserve what's happening to him right now? Does he deserve everything that's happening to him? And
Let's talk about everything that's happening to him. Let's go.
well, he entered a rap beef last year, and this marks the year.
Today
like,
is
I
actually
dropped
the
that.
year when like that.
Yeah,
came out.
we're filming this
Today?
Yeah,
Today
so
is
listen.
actual-
What song dropped today? What song
Like
dropped
like
today?
that.
March 22nd.
when Kendrick
In
came out and said, "These
2024.
niggas talking out of day, no camera."
Yeah,
Okay, let's get it, bro.
Yeah,
That's when the beef was
officially
official.
Today,
started.
last
was
year.
Last
actually
year,
marked like
a
because
year.
this is
Shout
March.
out Kendrick
What a
Lamar.
fucking
Hold on,
coincidence!
I love that.
March 22nd.
You see how the universe works?
2025.
Really
I
crazy.
fuck with Kendrick. That's dope. I
too.
love that.
Listen, March 22nd, 2025 is when Like That dropped. And I talked about it.
2024.
2024 is when Like That dropped. All right? This is like the start of the demise of Drake. As we see it in
no,
our
not-
eyes.
I
As
called
we
you,
see
nigga.
it in our eyes.
Nigga,
no
I
demise.
called you.
Yes.
I told you it's real. You're like, shut up. I'm like, yo, fam, it's on. Like, it's really happening this time. Like, you're taking this shit serious. And then, yeah, you broke down the record. And, yeah, it's been lit ever since.
It's been lit ever since. As a whole year. So,
You've
does
never
he
seen this before.
Does he deserve this? I guess the decline. I wouldn't say he's a fall off because he never fell off yet.
He hasn't fallen off.
No, it's
the
more
truth
of
of
a
it is that he
decline.
hasn't fallen off at all.
It's more
People
of
who
a-
love Drake love Drake.
He has a lot
But
of.
what does he deserve?
solid
Because what
backing.
has he got?
And what does he deserve, right?
Yeah.
My answer is biased. It's subjective.
That's fine. Be
Right?
subjective. Be biased.
But you can't ask somebody that's a bias.
But
then
that's
that
a hard
doesn't make
question
sense.
to ask.
Exactly.
I don't really know what their situation is to even know what happened there, to even pick a side. But based on
don't
what
want
I
you to
know,
pick a side.
well, right. Well, in some ways, it is kind of that because it's about the beef, right?
It's more of, does he deserve all the flack he's getting?
No,
now?
I got a better question.
Okay, go ahead, Gutsy.
I think the better question to ask you is, do you feel like he should be approaching the beef differently? As in, what's going on? As in him suing UMG? As in him doing records with Snow Day? As in him doing these
that?
Spanish records? Snow Day was the Wagwan Delilah song.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You never heard that song?
I'm telling you, I don't tap into this nigga at all.
Okay. So like he's right after when the beef with like he put out The Heart Part 6 was the last song that he put out against him. Not Like I started blowing up this and then a third. He came back and the first song he dropped was a song with
Wagwan Delilah?
Wagwan Delilah,
Oh,
which
wow.
was a parody comedian from Toronto.
Then he was a
I
feat.
saw that.
So
Yeah.
instead of
The guy was
doing
standing on the
something
toilet
with,
with the guitar, the little ukulele.
so again, this was my whole issue with it. They're calling you out about culture. Instead of you coming back and doing a song with anybody in Toronto that's been busting their ass, you go do a parody song. To me, it's like, yo, you're not getting what the people are saying.
He doesn't care about that.
I know, but that's the problem.
But is it a problem or is it just not?
What he cares.
Yes, it's a problem when you're the biggest artist in the world. Yes, it's a problem.
I hear you. I for real do.
You as the biggest hip hop artist in the world, and you're from Canada. It's the same thing. We were on Curtis King. Shout out to Curtis King from LA. Kendrick had to pop out. Where's fucking Drake?
pop out.
Instead, he went to Australia. No, nigga, I said the same thing. Come out here and do a Toronto fucking thing.
Bro,
you didn't even have OVO Fest.
Even better. Yesterday.
Oh yeah, last year, right?
No, there was no
There was no
OVO Fest
OVO Fest.
last year.
But yo, even better. Shout out to fucking Big Sean. Big Sean dropped a song with Icewear, Vizo, and fucking Peasy in Detroit with the dogs them chains up.
There's no, and that's the problem is like he's gone too big. And to me, it's
No.
like I don't even.
That's
to me,
not the problem.
To me, yes, that's not the problem. It's the people around him. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. The people
it's not-
around him that
it's
are
not them
okay.
either.
Part of it is because there's no way I could be around Drake right now and be one of his dogs and be like, yo, bro, this is not cool, bro. Everything that you're doing is not like you're not hitting what the call like. You're pretty much everything that Kendrick is singing. You're confirming.
Level.
Sorry.
Let me hear your point of view of this.
I'm trying to remember what it is. Hold on.
Because you said it's not the issue. He said it's
It's his friends.
his friends.
I said it's
You
his
said
circle.
it's not that.
But who allows those people to be around him? Who invites those people to be around him? He is the
does.
problem. He is the problem. Whatever that problem is that you're talking about, it's him. You can't blame the people around him because they're going to be who they are. You either resonate with it or you don't. But this is who he chose to, that's what he resonates with.
True.
And we just disagree.
You know?
And I don't really know that he even resonates with them because he's not of these areas. Like, he's not of that experience from what I can see.
But even you're not of that experience based on what you said in the very beginning, maybe off cam. I don't remember.
But I'm closer to it.
Because of
Proximity, quite simply. I grew up on Egg West. I grew up in Weston Towers. I experienced Toronto.
where's Western Towers?
Weston and Shepherd.
Western Shepherd.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
No, it's not.
But it's not about
dangerous
about
at all.
danger. Now it's not dangerous.
Well,
But when I lived there, the experience was different. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to validate my experience of living in the hood or whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm closer to that experience than if we're comparing that than he is.
Right.
Maybe. From what I've seen. I don't know his life.
Yeah.
But I know him from that time. And our experiences are different.
Was it still an African building when you lived in there? Where Africans were in there?
It started to cross over. But I lived in the era of when they used to have basement jams.
Oh
downstairs.
yeah.
And it's and the
Downstairs,
parties.
downstairs in the little party room there?
Yes. And the parties would go on there, always some type of
Yeah.
shooting, always some type of stabbing, always beer things would go on in that building, which is ultimately why we ended up moving out. But
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you. Do you see how it is now?
I drive by there because my brethren lives in that area, but I haven't gone in
No,
to
but
see it.
you see how like obviously you've probably seen the flea market's gone.
The flea market is gone.
They've been gone. Now
Yeah.
there's beer houses behind
Beer
there. There's a
houses.
plaza there.
But it was always
where-
kind of a mixed area, which I find most housing areas are. You have it on the back streets,
Yeah.
it's beer houses, $1 million houses sometimes, you feel me, or more. And then on the main street, you got the building. Or the few buildings. You
But
feel
no,
me?
it's the house is behind there where they kick down the fucking.
And the Wendy's is
flea
over there,
market.
the
Yeah.
Starbucks.
There's Mary Brown's over there.
Mary Brown's, Osmos.
Yeah, man. It's
Yeah.
yeah. Over there.
West End
Who's driving by high? Tim Hortons across the street.
Yeah, the Tim
on,
Hortons been
dog.
there for a minute though. The Tim Hortons
Timmy's been
yeah,
there.
It's been there
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
minute.
yeah.
That's my old spot.
But where that
man.
plaza is used to be No Frills.
Yes. No frills used to be in there. And
Yeah.
the flea market, no?
And the flea market.
Yeah.
Look at these West End guys. I can't stand you guys, man. Shut up.
What's the road
And there was a
shops,
club
though?
on the back street there on Arrow Road, I think it was, at some point. That would bump in, but it was
I
good
know
problems.
Arrow Road.
Yeah.
Good times.
Anyway.
Man. Good times.
But yeah, fuck, man. Honestly, I like Drake shit. So I'm not gonna cap and
He
say
makes good music. He makes some good
very
music.
decent music, and I can separate.
It's more than, I
the
would
art
even
from the
say that
artist.
some of it is
Yeah.
more than decent.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I
It's
like Drake's
amazing
music.
work. It's
just-
I'm not a hater.
Yeah, but
Right?
it's the person.
I don't like him. But who cares?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Does he make good music or not? Yes, he does.
Okay.
But so it's hard for me to answer a question of like, do I think he deserves? My answer is coming from an emotional place,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
absolutely because he's a grimy ass nigga. He doesn't deal with people properly, especially black women. But that's neither here nor there. Do I think he's a good artist? Yes. Do I think that he has mishandled his relationships with people? Yes. But don't we all?
Yes.
We all mishandle
At
people
some
in
point.
situations.
Yes, we do.
He's a human being.
Yeah.
I don't agree with a lot of his choices. I didn't agree with his choices when he was dealing with me. But it is what it is.
Fuck that.
No, there's nothing. I would continue on with just one question with it, but
Okay.
I just want to know personally, do you feel like he's done enough with the artists in the city?
Of course not. But you have to understand what kind of person he is to understand that that's exactly the way it was going to go.
Okay. And obviously you have deeper knowledge of what's going on.
I only know him from a certain time. Who he is today, I have no idea.
But again,
You don't change like that.
I don't know.
it's not
he
even
don't
just that.
change
But,
If,
like
if
but
you
you have to
watched him
remember.
over the years,
hear
he's
me out.
changed
But hear me
many
out.
times.
But hear me out. They don't-
He is a what do you call them? A shapeshifter.
You have to understand what she's saying too, and it's fuck.
You're not-
Everybody always
you're
think
not
everybody's
supposed to talk about the guts. You're gonna
I don't
change.
care. I don't
You're
care at
gonna
this way.
change.
Whatever. At the end of the day, it's like, just like she was saying, he was raised where he was raised, right? He did the whole Degrassi thing. It wasn't like he was in the hood with the man them doing that
This
or
is the
whatever.
point
and
that I'm
going to the
making.
thing. So it's like it's a total different part of you when now Degrassi's done and you're trying to get into a industry or whatever that you haven't been in. Yes, you were doing your thing behind the scenes and writing raps
He
and
was
doing
making
whatever.
music, but
you were doing music,
but the experience that he is
Exactly, it's
portraying
just
is not what he
different
had.
now.
Or I
And-
don't know.
and
Maybe
then
he had
too-
that experience when he stayed with his father
And-
during the summers of whatever the fuck. I
Regardless,
don't fucking know.
and two, I'm gonna be real. A lot of niggas weren't accepting him either.
That's a
Niggas were like,
fact.
fuck you, bro.
That's a fact.
So now you're the biggest artist in the world. All right, well, fuck you guys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
And
to an
then
extent,
and then I feel like or what it looked like is like he just commissioned niggas who are from the hood to be around him, and he absorbed
Whatever lifestyle.
Well,
they
yeah,
have.
you gotta-
what lifestyle they had, and their energy.
Yeah, no,
he absorbed
100%.
it, and he's performing it for us.
But that's why I always
he's
said
nosing
like.
it.
But that's why I always said his downfall was.
He's what?
he's nosing it.
But that's why I always said like his downfall in terms of
Music.
his music is always when he
Too much
continued-
op shit.
too much op shit, too much street shit. Like I feel like that's where he kind of fucking fucked up. Still, in my opinion, I feel like if he continued with the good music, the good vibes, the yellow tunes, like
Just be a commercial artist.
just be a commercial artist and done.
Yeah, I agree. Because he is a commercial artist.
Yeah, like he has
And
a
that's
look, he
okay.
has a-
But be that. But see, the problem, even when I think about this, the whole beef with Kendrick Lamar and stuff, the reactions to this are very split from what I see online anyways. You know, when I be on interrupts or whatever.
once bitten.
You know, once bitten, twice shy.
Yeah.
Is that there are people who care about this as a rap battle, and there are people who are just here to hear what the hits are. And that's the issue with where hip hop and pop have crossed over. It creates that kind of like misunderstanding of what's important here, right? Some people feel like I don't care what Kendrick is saying. He makes hits. He's the #1 artist on la 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 la. So obviously he's the best. They're basing it off of numbers or how many hits, how commercial he is as an artist, not necessarily from a hip hop perspective. And I'm not saying that from a hip hop perspective, what he did wasn't good. Some people think he won, some people think Kendrick won, and that's just what that is. Once again, it's subjective.
Do you think, in your opinion, Not Like Us is a divisive song?
Divisive in what way? Well, I mean, it is divisive because it's saying you're not like us. So yes, it's divisive. But what are you implying?
Just in general, that it's a divisive song in general. And do you feel
It's an us versus them.
Do you feel like the song
moment.
was diss to Toronto or Canada? Like, when you heard that song, do you feel like it was a diss to you, or do you?
No, absolutely not. I don't know that man. He doesn't even know that I exist. So why would I think it's about me? He's fighting with that nigga. And me and that nigga are not even the same type of nigga. So why would I take that seriously? Why would I take that on and feel like he's talking about what I got going on? He don't know me.
Because that was the narrative that's being.
He's mad at that. He's mad at Drake. He's not mad at me.
So you, as a Canadian artist, if you ever like had an opportunity to go to LA right now, go to LA, you'd feel pretty safe, right?
I go to LA all the time.
No issues. You've been into LA. So have you been to LA in the last year?
No, I didn't go last year.
Okay. So it's different. You gotta go since the beef started and see how they still deal with you. You know what I'm saying? They might have problem with the Toronto artists
I
now.
don't care. And I think that most people from LA probably don't care.
They don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna be honest, and that's just from my experience of being in LA at other times. Like, there's always something that's going on, and someone thinks they have to go and be leery of a certain thing, and it's like, yo, most people, the average person doesn't give a fuck about that.
No, they don't give a fuck.
They don't care. So I think it's fine. The only thing you have to look about is like what area you're going to, just like anywhere else. What ends are you in? What color are you wearing while you're in those ends? Like, those are the things you actually have to worry about. But I'm not going to LA and thinking, what if this guy's going to mistreat me because I'm from Toronto and so is Drake? That never crosses my mind.
So going back to the divisive thing, you said it's divisive, but how so? Because if everybody around the world is using the song and incorporating it however they want to, how do you feel like it's divisive? You feel like the song itself is divisive.
The message is divisive.
They not like us.
It's giving them and us.
Yeah, it's divisive. Dividing.
From a base perspective, like on a base level, it's about division. There's us, and then there's you, and you are not like us.
That's true.
From a logical perspective, it's divisive. But has it united many people around the world? Absolutely. It also unites, right? Because that's the magic of music. That's the magic of that moment as well. People choose a side.
And even deeper,
Really
the magic of words.
True. Is it the most divisive song in the world, like ever though?
Ever? I don't know, to be honest. You know how much music has come out?
I think so.
The most divisive song in the world, or like of this moment?
No, ever.
Ever.
Well, when did you ever hear a song like "They Not Like Us"? When did you ever hear those words coming from a country singer, a rock singer?
Well, maybe
a
you
pop
didn't hear those
singer?
words, but maybe the message was similar, right? I'm sure there's been other songs that have alluded to the same thing, but have they been bigger? No. That was a huge moment for pop culture, as well as a little bit of hip hop.
That's true.
Because people who really love hip hop are not pleased with the fact that pop culture is mixed into the vibes of hip hop. Some people are cool with it, but it depends on the type of hip hop they're really into, right? Some people feel like, like it's not even hip hop anymore.
That's true.
Yeah.
It might be the most divisive hip hop song. Either that or a Chief Keef song.
Which one is that?
I don't know, any Chief Keef song. Whatever Chief Keef's best song is, that would be the most divisive song in hip hop.
Love Sosa, these bitches love Sosa.
That might be the most divisive song in
fucking with
hip
his
hop.
all bar.
Oh, blah.
Oh, blah. God, miss her all bar.
I'm dead.
Listen, so breaking news.
Oh.
Sauce Walker and his artist Say So P were shot in Memphis earlier today. Say So P didn't make it. Sauce Walker is in stable condition.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking honestly, like Sauce Walker was meant to be in the world.
Yeah.
That's fucked up still.
Condolences to the family.
Say So P. Condolences to Say So P.
And Sauce Walker, man. I mean, where was he shot? In Memphis, you said?
Memphis, yeah.
God
Did they
damn.
both pass away?
No,
One of
just
them.
one of them.
So Say So P didn't make it. Sauce Walker is in
Sauce
stable
Walker is the
condition.
more popular one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He does OnlyFans
I mean,
too.
regardless of who it is, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
The world is, it's a scary place. You just gotta be safe, man. People are out here and it's just dangerous, bro.
Listen, I was telling you, the moon is in retrograde, right? Like it's
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Quiet fingers for that one.
Is it the moon? It's actually Mercury.
Mercury, so it's in
Mercury is in
retrograde. So
retrograde.
a lot of fucked up shit is happening. Let's get into some quick current events and then let's call it a day.
Okay.
You have anything you want to call out? Something you've seen on the line that you want to mention?
Why is there somebody that I wanted to call out?
No, I mean what have you seen online that you want to discuss?
I can't really remember.
Get in podcast mode, man. Come on.
This guy said get in podcast mode. I seen Stephen A. shout out my boy there, Bronny. Honestly, I've just been stuck on Severance. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Do you watch TV, movies, anything like that?
Yeah, if it's good.
Severance. Have you tapped into Severance?
What's Severance about?
Severance is the best TV show ever made.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about
Sell it.
pretty much you go to work, like you cut ties from yourself. So your work, what you do in your work, and what you do outside is completely different. You're innie and you're outie.
So imagine your outside self is outside this studio, and once you enter in, you're a different person. You're
Entirely.
entirely.
Okay.
You don't even. You're not even.
You don't know what's going on outside.
Is it a
or
thing
what
that's
happened.
happening to you, or are you deciding this?
Your shit gets switched because a chip gets implanted in your brain.
So you're programmed.
You're programmed.
Understood.
Like you're
You're
volunteering.
not really programmed
No,
though.
you're volunteering
You
because
see said a chip
volunteering.
in your head.
Yeah,
That's giving program.
Pretty much, no. What it does is it makes another consciousness of you. You're not being programmed.
yes, you are. Like you're,
No, you're
okay.
not, fam. Did you watch the finale?
I fell asleep
Do
again.
you exist in both places at the same time, or like you're
No,
in one or the other?
no.
No,
Once you
so
come
you-
into work, you're a different person.
So that must be
No,
programmed.
you're the same
You're the
person,
same person, but a different mentality.
concept. This is why I'm saying you have to watch the
It's already interesting. I'm gonna watch it. Okay.
Severance.
Watch
Yeah,
Severance.
it has me stuck because
It's
the
on what,
finale.
Netflix?
No, it's on Apple TV.
Apple
I'm telling you,
TV.
Apple TV has the best shows right now.
I heard that.
Yeah, Silo, Dope Thief.
You gave me a little bit of a side eye. What's it?
Severance.
No, it's he's telling the truth.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's the
like
next one?
Dark Matter.
No, what's the next one? The one I just watched recently.
Presumed Innocent.
No, not that one.
Silo,
The black guy.
Dope Thief,
The black guy. The other black guy.
Paradise.
Yeah,
black
yeah.
guy.
That's not
Paradise.
a thing though.
Have you seen
That's not on Apple
Paradise?
TV
No.
though. That's on Disney.
Paradise and Disney?
Yeah, that's where I watch it.
Oh, okay. So that is on Disney.
But Paradise is really good too.
Okay.
But yeah, Severance is just
Severance and Paradise. Okay.
yeah, Severance is just like, oh man, like just to watch the show and you know you're a stylist girl, right? So I know watching that and you just watch like how they style everything. The last episode, did you get to the dance part?
No, I didn't. That's what's crazy. I fell asleep again.
Yeah, the show's just amazing.
I
Like
got up
it's
to where
great storytelling, great character development, like everything. Like
Yes.
I might watch the finale again. I watched it like 3 times already.
3 times?
Yeah,
Nah, I
it's
gotta watch it
amazing,
again. I
bro.
gotta watch
It's
it again.
so fucking like the ending is just like it's so heartbreaking. Like it's like holy fuck,
Okay,
bro.
hold your thoughts there. What have you been like? What are your interests? What are your interests? Like, what are you interested in? I want to know personally.
Meditate,
What is it?
meditate.
Meditating.
Nigga.
I do meditate.
Oh,
But I wouldn't say like it's not like I
On a
pull out my
daily,
yoga mat, I sit down and my legs are crossed. I'm giving you not like that. You can meditate in different ways. Like while you're working out, you can be meditating because you're zoning into into yourself. I go into the gym with headphones, so I'm literally in my own world, and I use that time to meditate. I feel like because it's very rhythmic a lot of the times, and you kind of get into a particular zone. So things like that are like I'll meditate while I'm doing my makeup or while I'm juicing. I don't know. Like it's while you're doing a thing. It depends on what that thing is. There's a part of your brain and that thing that click, and you kind of go into a particular type of zone that allows you to. That can be like a real moment of reflection or a moment of thinking about absolutely nothing while doing something. It's weird. I don't know.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
are you a picky eater?
No.
Are you allergic to
I thought you
anything?
could tell. I'm just.
Hold on, are you allergic to anything?
No.
Okay, you're good.
No, I have no allergies that I know of anyway. Not to food.
You never did an allergy test with a doctor?
I don't know. I don't have that
I
shit on
did.
my arm.
I did.
Why?
I just felt like I needed to because
Are you allergic to anything?
fish stick? I'm allergic
Not
to
the
like
fish sticks.
I'm allergic to. So basically, that was the start of things.
That's so
And
specific. Is it fish?
So I'm allergic to tilapia.
Okay.
I'm allergic to peanut, like not peanuts, but like
Tree nuts?
tree nuts.
Okay. My brother's allergic to all the nuts.
But I can eat almonds
Yeah.
and I can eat peanuts. I guess they're not tree nuts, right?
Tree nuts is different from peanuts.
Okay. What about almonds though?
I mean, they're all types of nuts.
So so that's the two that I'm majorly allergic to that I stay away from. But
Tree nuts. Yeah, my brother's allergic to tree nuts and peanuts. I think he's allergic to literally all the nuts, but some people are specifically only tree nuts and they can't eat peanuts.
I love peanuts and I love almonds
Okay, period.
and I love shrimp. So I don't and tuna. So being allergic to like tilapia is crazy because my doctor-
Tilapia is not even a top tier fish though.
I know that's so,
So who
weird.
cares?
So what about like sawfish? Because my doctor also said go to like St. Michael's to like test yourself for like sawfish. Like so, what
So
is
what,
that?
you eat sawfish?
I never tried it. I don't want to.
You never ate sawfish before
I
in your
never
life?
want to. I never
my
want to
fucking
because I feel like
well,
I'm
the fear.
afraid.
Oh, that's understandable. If I was
But you
afraid,
eat
I
ackee
understand.
before?
No, I hate ackee.
I hate ackee too, but I love sawfish.
I don't like
Okay.
ackee at all.
I
Actually,
think
That's
ackee
fair.
is disgusting.
I just like the
understand. I love
dumplings.
ackee, but I get it. It's a texture thing, or is it a flavor thing?
I think
Both.
it's more of a flavor because the
Okay.
texture is similar to eggs, right?
No,
No, it's not.
I wouldn't say that it's similar to
No,
eggs
it's
at all.
not. It just, that's a look. It just looks
It
like
just looks
egg.
like
It looks eggy, but
Yeah,
it's not
it's
like
not.
an egg at all.
It's
it
like
slimy?
fruit. It's like a fruit, bro.
It is a fruit.
It is a fruit.
It's Jamaica's national fruit, actually.
Shout out to Jamaica.
That's my friend.
Yeah, he'll be so. Yeah.
Yeah. So hold on. Jerk chicken or oxtail for you?
Oxtail every day.
Ox.
Yeah.
Help me again. That's green to the side.
I don't know that it is, but I love oxtail.
I love
actually,
oxtail.
just my friend Yvonne just taught me how to make oxtail just last
Yvonne?
year. Yeah, big
Yo,
Yvonne.
Yvonne. Shout out to you, baby.
Okay, so
She is
hold
such
on.
a good cook. She's the best.
You need to bring
But she
her.
taught me
I
how to
wanna
make
talk to her.
oxtail, so now I know.
wanna talk
I'm
to
Jamaican
her.
and I watch my family cook oxtail all the time, but they're so in them problems, so they didn't have no time to teach me how to do these things.
Do you eat curry goat?
Yes, I do, of course.
White rice or rice and peas?
White rice.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
yeah. You're a
Yeah,
real
yeah,
one.
you're a
You're
real
a real
one.
one. You're a real one. You're a real one.
Listen,
I
shout
just had to check. I just had to check.
Shout out to Priscilla. She put me on the white rice.
Yeah,
I
you
was
have
always
to.
a white, and she's from the West End. She's from San Romano Way. I always was a rice and peas guy because the black always sold rice and peas gravy.
I love rice and
RPG.
peas.
I
But
love it
something
too.
about the white rice.
Yeah,
Now,
it
mind you,
hits.
if there's oxtail, if there's curry goat at the function and all they have left is rice and peas,
You'll still
I'm
do
gonna eat it.
Yeah, you're gonna eat
I'm
it.
gonna eat it.
But if there's fresh
But if
rice
the white
and
rice is
peas and
there,
there's fresh curry goat,
that's
it
the
has
situation.
to.
Absolutely.
We should have had like Jamaican food here. I would have loved to like sit and eat food and talk.
And life is not over after today.
Oh, for sure. Like
Shout out
you're
9
locked in.
Mile.
You're family now. You're locked in. Why do they have 4 players? I thought it was like more than that in a college game. No.
I think it's because at the end of the game and you can switch up players like something. I can't remember. I'm fried right now.
College is fucked up with the basketball.
I want to ask you so much more questions. How much more time do we have with her?
Yeah, you
I don't want to pay more money, so we have like 6 more minutes.
Okay, so really
you
quick-
know what's crazy? Fucking Luce's people message me.
Hi, thank you for reaching out. I appreciate you. Wanted to check in with Luce. Yes, we can set up a phone call. Look at us.
Oh
We're
my
goats out
god!
here.
Yeah. we're
Um,
goats.
Are you dating?
No, not really.
Are you in a relationship? Seeing
No.
somebody?
You're single?
Yeah.
That's fucked up. You should be.
How long have you
Why
been
is it
single?
fucked
Hold
up?
on.
You're beautiful.
Why? How long have you been single for?
Technically.
Yes, technically, not the side
7
thing.
years.
Not that many years. I feel like just shy of, I think 4 years. Yeah, I've been single 4 years.
Is it?
I've like seen people, but not actually been in a relationship with them.
Like dated.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever that means.
Like just going out to eat.
Which I feel like is a regular thing to do, but like with the intention, yeah, that's different.
Is it hard to date in the city?
It's hard to date everywhere. People are fucking weird. Like
Have
what?
have you tried dating outside of the city too?
I have, yeah. I mean, my last relationship was with somebody outside of the city.
Like long distance?
It was, and it was awful.
I don't know why you thought that would have been good.
I didn't think anything. I just liked them. The fuck?
Okay. Listen, long distance relationships.
I wasn't
never-
ideal. I would have never chosen that if there was another option in that, but I liked that person.
Okay, hey man, you like.
And
who
was
you
it
like.
disastrous? Absolutely.
But how?
Would
does
I
it-
recommend? Absolutely not.
But wait, how does a long distance relationship be disastrous though? Like, how does that work? Like,
The same way any relationship can be disastrous. It's
how do you
just
find out that he's like doing something negative?
because I'm Jamaican and you just have a dream.
But don't you like expect like a long distance relationship would come with like people that's close to them in proximity?
No.
Pardon?
Don't you feel like if you're in a long distance relationship, you're being in Toronto and that person being wherever it is, obviously not in Toronto, like don't you feel like that already gonna be something that's gonna be like they're gonna have their somebody and you're gonna have your somebody? Like,
Of course.
So like, why is that a factor in a long
Because
distance relationship?
who said that was a factor though?
Right. But it's a possibility always. You could be
Yeah.
living in the apartment with the person that you're with, and that can happen right under your fucking nose. I don't think I went into into that particular relationship thinking about like all the things that could go wrong, because that's a given with anyone. But of course, even worse when there's hours between you and a person. But sometimes you just engage with people that you like simply for the plot.
I'm not gonna give you another timestamp. I'm just gonna wait to the end.
Okay. Two more things.
Okay.
The TTC, if you guys are public transit people, June 1st, 2025, they're not accepting tokens, they're not accepting tickets or fucking one-day passes. So if you guys have that in your possession, make sure you use it up before June 1st, 2025. And a snap election is being called sometime in June, I think, again, for Poilievre and Carney. So if you guys are voting people, make sure that you vote. And one more thing, sponsors, we should do this at the beginning, but shout out to fucking Tough Origins for sponsoring
I was
my
wondering if I had the
gear.
tag on it.
Yeah, I still got the tag.
You want to let them know.
I can't take off the tag. Shout out
And
to
the hat. Okay.
And the hat. Shout out to Tough
Big up
Origins.
True Origins. Yes.
I wasn't wearing tough today.
No,
sorry.
I know. Shout out to
But
Tough
I was wearing
Origins.
tough on the Kurt Angle interview though.
You were, and yeah. So shout out to Tough Origins, you know what I'm saying, for sponsoring the gear, and shout out to Up North Studios for giving us a space today.
Period.
And that's all I gotta say. I'm comfortable with what I asked you. Obviously, we could turn this into a pod and have you on a regular, but like, I know you don't have the time for that, so like, I'm just cool.
But shout out for Miss Wisdom to coming by and giving us her time, man. We really truly appreciate you. Art, can we be expecting any music or anything 2025?
I'm like I said, I'm always working on things. I think I have a set of songs that I actually like enough to put out. So I'm leaning toward yes, but of course it's circumstantial, who knows. But I want to. I would like to.
And we would like to have you just even for a live performance.
Yeah, we
Okay.
need
A
a live
1-2 song.
performance from you, man.
I need that CP20. I need that live.
You need that live?
Need it.
I did a really good performance of that one time. It was for Pride, but it was like when things were virtual. So I did it in my living room, and I had to like make my own little setup or whatever. You know, the era of
Yeah.
everybody doing shit at home.
Yeah.
It had its cute moments, and I did a good performance of that
Yeah.
for that. But I have the video footage. I'm gonna send it to you since you fuck with that song.
Yeah, please do.
So hold on. How did your parents feel when they found out? Well, I guess it was just your mom feel.
Right. I'm like, how did my
Yeah,
parents?
your mom felt about when she found out, like,
You're a
you rock
singer?
with the same. Not that she's singer, that she rock
Oh,
with the same
I
side
told
as-
her. I told her, and she was just like, I mean, my mom is a hairstylist by trade. She's
Oh,
done
so
other
she comes
things.
around them. all the
I grew
time.
up in the salon.
Wait, what are you asking her?
How
she
so
felt
she
when I
felt
came out
she
to my
came
mom.
out to her.
Came out to what?
Her being bi, fam.
Bi?
Yeah, she
You're
obviously.
bi?
This
Yeah.
guy is so cooked.
But when did she say that?
I am. I've never hidden that.
When did you say it though?
She never said it, but
Is it
I
something
told
that
you.
You knew that?
I
How come I don't know that?
He just told you. This was the
I told
moment.
you I'm good at these things. Anyways, so how did she respond to it now? So she was normal to it because obviously you're in.
Okay.
Yo, I had a crush on you since a long time, you know? Yo, I was like, I had a crush on you for a very long time.
Oh, God.
I know it's all business, and I'm a businessman, but like, I had
No,
a
don't
crush
feel no ways. I'm flattered. Thank you.
Oh my God, you're bi?
Yeah.
Yo, shout out.
I'm
to the-
diseased.
No,
I'm
no,
joking.
you're
That's
not.
what
You're not. Shout out to you. Like,
shout out
you're
to
living
fucking
your
me.
real life.
Absolutely. Clock it.
Listen, if I was bi, I would say I am bi all day. I'm not, but you are. And listen,
What's the next one again?
I've always, I've never
Nothing.
hidden the fact that I'm bi. I've had relationships with women out in the open.
Okay, I never knew that. Honestly, I never knew that. That's
And men, obviously.
God bless
I have a child.
you, child.
So
God
she
bless
was. So
you.
when you told her, she wasn't really surprised, or she was.
I think that she was surprised because I don't look gay, if that makes sense.
You don't look gay at all.
But what does a gay person look like? You can't tell unless somebody is leaning toward, and this gets touchy. But that someone's leaning towards like presenting in a very intentional way, I guess, that is what we would consider to be opposite of what they are, then it's obvious. Like a stud is a woman who is masculine presenting. This is what they call it now. I'm trying to keep up with the lingo, honestly. That's more obvious. You see a woman who's masculine presenting, you're like, oh, she gay for sure. And to be honest, sometimes she's not. She's just a tomboy. But like that's the look, you know. That's more obvious. But for me, which is considered a femme, I look straight to the general public unless I say something, right? So was she surprised? Yes, and she's also seen me have relationships with boys at that time because I was younger, right? Little 1-2 relationships in your teens, you know what I mean? Like a little high school thing or whatever. She sees that, but I didn't date any girls in high school. So when I told her, she was just like, oh. She's like, okay. She's like, so does that mean? And I knew what she was asking, and I was like, don't ask me something you don't want to know the answer to, because it's probably yes. And she's like, ew. And then that was that. I had the circumstances that we were living in at the time were not good, so the memory of it overall is not the best. But in comparison to other people who have to come out to their parents, it can be a matter of life and fucking death depending on what their parents believe, right? So I was lucky that I have an open-minded mother.
Do you have kids?
Do I have kids? I have a son.
You have a son?
Yeah, he's 9 years old.
Nice.
Yeah, he's great. His name is Moore.
More.
Yeah.
Why did you want more?
No.
I'm joking.
I didn't think I was going to be a mother at all, ever, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. But I'm glad I became one for sure. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Your kids teach you about yourself in very unconventional ways.
Who's better, guys or girls?
That's not a real thing, that question.
It's not a real
No,
thing.
you're
Really?
not.
No.
Or is this who you come across, I guess is.
Well, first of all, that is always what it's going to be, because I haven't. Not everybody in the fucking world is eating my pussy, you feel me? So I don't know, right? But I will say that it's situational. It's on a case-to-case basis.
So what have you preferred?
That's a better
Like
question.
who's better?
That's a better
that
question.
you came across.
That's a better
But that's hard because there's the best on either side. But I don't.
But
I've
there's
never
got
thought
to
of
be
putting
one that
them
was
up against
better
one
than
another.
the
Think about
other.
it. Listen, think about it like the playoffs. Sorry to
Sir, what?
So if like the top 2 girls that ate your pussy against the top 2 guys that ate your pussy, and then you pick the best from the girls and the best from the guys, and
I already have a top of both sides.
But who was the?
was
There had
the
to be.
top
Like
two?
I remember the best situation I've had.
me too. Me too.
But I guess it's different too because I've never had a guy. You know what I'm saying?
I know how, yo.
But I know the best person.
Listen, I wasn't a guy that came off ahead. But there's certain girls that could make me come in 10 minutes flat. And I was surprised and shocked, and like, I would give you the world because of that. Because I was on the tip of, if you make me come, giving head, I will marry you. That hasn't happened.
You
But
said it
there's a
happened and you're not
couple.
married, so that makes you a liar.
It does make me a liar, but it has happened. It has happened. Shout out to JD Area in Appleton. This nigga got me lit. The nigga said, yo, you guys re-up when you want. Yo, JD Area is a real nigga.
He is.
And honestly, JD Era is the best story never told. Properly.
Never told properly.
Properly.
Because the story is still happening.
We're gonna tell it. I told him we're gonna line them up. We're coming back here.
No, don't say it like that. We're gonna line him up.
The lingo is very important here. You know what I mean?
No, honestly, he's a real nigga, fam, and his story is missed. His story
Shout
is
out
missed.
JD, man. But no, most important.
Okay.
Shout out Wisdom. Man.
Shy
Thank
Wisdom.
you
Yeah.
so much for coming through, man. Like we
Shout out, no, honestly, shout out for lining this situation, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. I know you're a fan of the content. Shout out for you for loving the content.
Yeah.
And
watch your shit,
hold
so
on, before we leave, the reason why I even messaged you is because I was watching Morningside with Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to
said
fucking
that.
Sean. I was watching Morningside and I saw they play your song on a vinyl.
Yeah. So
How did that happen, and did they pay you?
Of course. Let me tell you something. First of all, I don't do anything like that for free. This is a business. And while I love doing it, I'm not that benevolent.
You're
You feel me?
You're independent
Because
artist,
you will
bro.
drain yourself in situations when it comes to business. So you have to value yourself. You know, so always in a situation, I'm making sure that I'm being compensated. But how I got into that in that film was one of the makers of the film, Ron Diaz,
Yes.
Scarborough Man.
Yes. Yes.
It's his film, and I went to school with him. I went to York University, and he went to Seneca at York,
For real?
and we went
That's
at the
dope.
same time.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where I met him. I met him at school, and we've been friends ever since. My first album that I made, Love Speak, I recorded most of it at his house.
At Ron Diaz's house?
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up.
at his house.
So that's what I'm
Yes, at
saying.
his
The
house.
scene that I saw was like they were playing the record and they blatantly showed Shy Wisdom.
That's my
and the
my
song.
guy.
And they put it on the vinyl, like, and I'm like, yo, Shy Wisdom. I'm like,
It's a
say
reimagined
fucking
version
word.
of Love Speak, so it's like giving a Motowny vibe.
Yeah.
So I thought that was great because he actually got it made for the movie. So I had to send him actually I think he had the acapellas because he recorded a lot of that album.
Ron Diaz is an engineer too.
Yes, that's what he went to Seneca for.
Well, call that nigga. I need to speak. I need to talk to him because he's ignoring
A
my
prime
shit.
example of calling somebody who's not a nigga. Exactly.
I think I'm going back to that word. Fuck you niggas. I need his.
I'm just
need to
saying.
line him up because I need to talk to him because
What
I
do you need to talk
honestly-
to him about? You know, it's none of my
the
business.
film.
Okay, no.
Like
You don't have to tell
I
me.
saw the film I've spent money Cineplex Odeon and Morningside. I
Period.
spent money to watch it.
Have
I
you
need
watched
to
it
talk
yet?
to him.
I was there for the
The
premiere.
premiere?
Oh, at Scarborough
And I
Town
saw it
Center.
before then, yeah.
You know what's crazy? I had tickets for that.
Because not only
supposed to give it away.
Celebrity
We're supposed to
Drew.
give it away.
Yeah.
I did quite a few things for that movie. I 3 of my songs are technically in the movie. So Love Speak was reimagined for the record moment. The song that the girl performed at the main character, well, one of the main characters, the young black girl
The
with the
little
braids.
girl, yeah, that
yeah,
died,
I think
yeah.
her name was Amber in the movie.
I don't remember, but there's a little girl that
You know
died.
what I'm
She
talking
was
about. She had the braids. Yeah, she got
yeah.
shot at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Rest in
spoiler
peace.
alert. But
Spoiler alert!
Sorry. Still go watch it. Anyways. The song that she sang for it is also one of my songs. It's called Easier.
Fuck, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Really?
I like that song. Actually, that may be one song that I feel like deserved more love than it got. But people do love Easier. People who are like, you know, OG Shy Wisdom fans or supporters. I don't like fans because it's weird.
Yeah.
They really like Easier. I like to perform that song more than anything. But yeah. And then in the car, she's with her mom, and there's like a split second where she's singing a song and dancing to one, and it's called Wo Daddy. That is also a song of mine, but I've never released it.
Oh, wow.
So, but I may release it in light of the fact that it's in the film.
Yeah.
We can play it for you after when we're done.
Yeah, no,
But,
you should put on the soundtrack at least. If they
If they do a soundtrack, right?
They
That's
should.
not promised.
But they should.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, yeah.
You gotta tell them that.
Yeah.
But I haven't spoken to Ron. Like, we've been messaging him through the school and everything. He's
I'll
too
try to make
easy.
that connection. Ron is. I'm so sorry.
No, it's
Ron
okay.
is like
Touch on
family
toes.
to me. So and I don't know what the situation is. You said you've
Listen,
messaged him before,
He's bigger than big. Like, so he's not trying to go to lone little niggas. Like, that's.
and I don't consider that. I don't actually accept that. So
He shouldn't, but that's what he. I feel. I seen
It's
him
not-
on. I seen him.
I
on
don't.
Fucking.
I don't
Nigga,
like
I
you
interviewed
talking
Kurt
about that.
Angle respectfully.
Yeah, I'm like, it's
Respectfully,
not
you
no
know what I'm
little
saying?
niggas. Like I don't.
Like,
I don't
yeah,
like
like,
that.
yo, we're not.
It's just
I'm not a little nigga when it comes to this interview shit. Like, respectfully, I'm not a little nigga.
That's what I was saying. I don't believe. I don't accept that.
Yeah.
It's just that you guys haven't had a chance to properly connect. So I can try to
Facts.
make that happen.
Please do.
Of course, because
yeah, we would
it's,
love to.
and
talk
you're a
to him.
Scarborough
Niggas
man,
said
so
we
you know
little
what I mean. I have to
niggas.
link
Yeah.
up with the Scarberians.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We're like red at UFT, essentially. Come home.
This is it.
Come home, nigga.
Also on the film, the main character, she is actually Australian with a very thick Australian accent. So I had to do vocal coaching with her to try to lean more towards a Toronto girl accent.
Which girl?
One of the other characters, so there's about like 3 main stories of the movie
Yes.
that are happening simultaneously, and they all connect. So there's the young girl with the braids.
Yes.
There's the light skinned girl who works at the community center.
The one that's fucking Drew from
Power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Australian.
Oh no, for real? She don't sound
Why you said
Australian.
that? But
No,
that's
because she doesn't
but
sound
that's because we trained. I trained her for
Real
a few
actor,
months.
So you're actually a part of the production, technically.
I am a part of the production. Yes.
Yo, that's so
Yeah.
hell yeah. No, yeah, that's dope. That's
Yeah,
dope.
it was cool. So I was on set for the movie for
Yeah.
not every day, but like, you know, a few of the days. I brought my son one of the days, which was pretty cool.
I mean, you got to bring your kids to work.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
and let him see the things, you know? Yeah.
He doesn't like when I bring my kids to work.
I wouldn't either. I don't like, listen.
Nigga, I don't like. This guy's a liar. I don't mind it.
No, I know you said
don't
that,
care.
but essentially, you don't like me bringing my kids to work.
No,
You
this
do
nigga doesn't
annoy.
tell me.
Oh, communication.
So I'm just coming. So I'm coming in, and like I just have to see a youth there, and it's just like, yo, fam, you could have told me, like we could have picked another day. If it was a must, it's a must. Cool, but like you just there. Like, come on, fam. Let me know that you never coming. Am I lying?
No, I feel you. Communication is key. I don't want to bunk up on the youth when I come to work. I believe that. And also, when it comes to being in a workspace, I've had to take my son to work many a times. My son is not unfamiliar with coming with me to any kind of work. I was in labor the day before I delivered my son, performing.
Fuck it, shut the fuck up.
I was in
real?
labor
For real?
performing Young Fucking Gunner in a dress and slippers the day before I gave birth to my son.
What's your son's name again?
More.
More?
More.
Like Jamaican Moore?
Like the Moors, yes.
Yo, shout out to Moore. You are special, my guy.
He is. He was born at 422.
420?
He was.
Like
AM.
April 20th?
No, 420.
420.
As
nigga.
in the time. In the morning, yeah.
Okay.
More wisdom.
Yo, shout out to Moore, man. Like, I hope to see you one day, man. Like, you're a real nigga.
He's great. But I say all that, and as much as I love my child, kids in a workspace is fucking annoying. And it's hard.
It is.
It's hard because it's so many moving parts, and you can never really be of focus in any one of the things because they require so much out of you.
No, for sure.
You know,
Yeah,
so
for
I get it. I get it.
Especially
Kids be in things, and you're
Especially
like,
where
oh
we're
my
at,
god.
fam. Like, fam,
I
one
feel you,
nickel
but I'm also
spilled
the person
juice,
that
that's done. The whole thing done. Crop out, fam.
But I'm also the person who's taking my kid to work, so you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
also depends on how the kid is, but I can understand the reaction nonetheless.
And I know you're not me, fam. I know you're not deaf as in your youth. I know you're not. I don't care.
care.
I'll see yes, I'm deaf as in my
I
youth.
can't
What?
deaf as my youth.
I don't
You're
beat-
lying.
I
don't
You
beat my
won't deaf
kid.
as your youth,
What?
dog. You won't deaf as your youth.
All right,
dog.
watch.
Hey, I'm
Watch.
not gonna see you deaf as in.
I'ma film it.
I'm not
I'ma
your
film it and
fam.
send it to you.
Yo, let's be real.
film it
You're
and send it to you.
not deaf as in
I'ma
your
film it and
youth.
send it to you. And I think it's overheating. I'm not sure. No, it's the picture. It's yellow.
You're not deaf as in fucking your youth, broski. I know you. You're not deaf as in your youth. Do you imagine yourself as a mom girl as opposed to a mom boy? Like you're like a you're like
girl
a
mom
you're like
or a
a
girl
you're like a
mom.
you're like a yeah you're like a boy mom. Like do you ever feel like
I didn't think I was gonna be a
girl
mom at all, so I'm just fucking winging it, to be honest.
You're winging it, eh?
I don't know if I'm a girl mom or a boy mom. I don't know. I think that there's a lot of parts of my personality that lean more towards being considered masculine. Do I think I'm a man? Absolutely not. Am I clearly a woman? Yes, and I love that for me.
100% woman.
But I don't know. Like, I only know what I have, and that's being a boy mom.
So say less, man. We're gonna have to get you in a part 2. But, no, seriously, like we need to get to the real life, not the career shit. But fucking, let's close off with this.
Hold on. Any how people can reach you?
Yeah.
Your socials.
So my original Instagram, which I feel like I was talking to you about earlier, maybe,
Yes, you were.
was shut down for community guidelines violations.
What did you do?
And it's crazy because of all the, and if you know me from back in the day, like my mouth is hot when it's ready, But I have calmed down significantly since then. And what happened for me to get the boot off of Instagram was so strange. I was in someone's live and they were talking about some trivial relationship type of thing. I literally just popped in randomly. Like, I don't even think I meant to click it, but I did. And I was like, oh, this conversation is interesting. So I'm listening to it. And they're talking about something. And someone uses the word whore, but they're on the video talking back and forth. I'm just in the chat. So when you watch a live, you interact with the people on the video through the chat. So I'm repeating back the things that they're saying. I'm not specifically calling somebody anything or anything. I'm just using the words that they're using. Yo, my guy, as soon as I put whore in the fucking chat, I got a notification being like, community guidelines violation. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Because lots of things have been said to me, then they're up.
Yeah.
Lots of crazy shit have been said to me. I didn't even say nothing crazy. What are you talking about? And then I refreshed the page trying to go to the home page because I was like, let me come off this. Couldn't get to the home page. Why? Account gone.
Did you appeal?
Of course, twice.
Come on, fam.
With no answer.
Wow.
And I'm not gonna pay them. I'm not gonna give nobody no money on the back end to get it back. I don't give a fuck about it that much. It's not that serious. But so most people know me from that page. I have a new Instagram page, but I don't really be on it as much because I got so used to not having it. I didn't have it for like almost a year. But I have a TikTok as well, which I never thought I would ever say.
Why? It's great.
I didn't know. But it is great. I love TikTok.
You should love TikTok and you should love YouTube.
I mean, exactly.
Don't worry. When we come off the cameras, we'll show you how to get lit.
Okay, period.
Like in the modern day.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I'm done. I'm fucked up.
It's your boy Gutsy. This is Vegas. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that good stuff. Make sure you follow Shy Wisdom for her
Yes,
journey.
on
You know
Instagram,
what I'm
once
saying?
bitten, twice
Listen.
shy with an I.
Yes. Listen to
And
all her
on TikTok,
music.
I'm just Shy Wisdom.
Are you on Spotify too?
I think Stranger Things Have Happened is on Spotify, the one that has Young Gunner on it.
There you go, man. Tap in. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, share this video with a friend. And we are off of this.